ಶರಣರ ಬಂಡನೆಗೆ ದೇವರ ಮಗನೆಗೆ ಮುಖನ ಶರಣರ ಭಟ್ಟನೆಗೆ ಗಣವನ ನೆನೆದರ ಗಣವನವಾಯಿತು ನೀಡ ನಮ್ಗ ಸುಖ ಓ ಗಣಪ ನೀಡ ನಮ್ಗ ಸುಖ ಗೀಯ 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 ನಿನ್ನನೆದು ಬಂದೆ ಬುಗೀಗಿ ನಿನ್ನ ನೆನೆಯದೆ ಹಾಡೆ ಬುಗೀಗಿ ನಿನ್ನನೆದು ಬಂದೆ ಬುಗಿ ಹಾಡೆ ಬುಗಿ ಸಮಯವಾಗಿ ಹೊಗಳ ಮಧುರವಾಗಿ ನೀಡ ನಮ್ಗ ಉದ್ಗಣಕ ನೀಡ ನಮ್ಗ ಸುಖ ಗೀಯಗಿ 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 ಬಂದೇವು ನಾವು ನಿಮ್ಮ ಚರಣದ ಬಂದೇವು ನಾವು ನಿಮ್ಮ ಚರಣದ ನೀಡ ನಮ್ಗ ಸುಖ ಓ ಗಣಪ ನೀಡ ನಮ್ಗ ಸುಖ ಬಂದೆವು ನಾವು ನಿಮ್ಮ ಚರಣಕ ಬಂದೆವು ನಾವು ನಿಮ್ಮ ಚರಣಕ ನೀಡ ನಮ್ಗ ಸುಖ ಓ ಗಣಪ ನೀಡ ನಮ್ಗ ಸುಖ ಗೀಯ 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 ಗೀಯ
Will be commencing our stage program shortly. I request the audience to kindly be seated before the stage.
Well, ಮತಿಗೆ ಮೈ ಮತಿಗೆ ಮೈ ಸ್ವ ಸ್ವಾಗತ ಶುಭ ಸ್ವಾಗತ 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 ಶುಭ ಸ್ವಾಗತ ಶುಭ ಶುಭ ಸ್ವಾಗತ ಸಾವಿರ ಸೂರ್ಯ ಕೋವಿದ ಸಾವಿರ ಸೋಮ ವಿನೋಳಿ ನೀನು ಸಾವಧಾನ ಆವಿನೋಳಿ ದೇವತನ್ನೇ ದೇವತನ ಸೊ ಶುಭ ಕೈ ತತದಿನ ನೀಂ ಕೈ ತತದಿನ ನೀಂ ಆ के हर ఆదితలుండిసి సాగర శ్రీ గౌరీ శ్రీ శిరం స్వాగత శుభ స్వాగత స్వాగత వర విద్య అక్షర సహా సర్వ సన్మాన్యర హర్షదే సర్వ సన్మాన్యర హర్షదే స్వాగత శుభ స్వాగత శుభ స్వాగత హిమిగర 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 Garim, 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 garim. Swagata. Atayandani harinam dayata jilanitam dayata jilani. Swagata. Swagata. Swagata.
Dear audience, dear audience, for your kind attention, we'll be shortly commencing the program, the stage program. I request the audience to be assembled before the stage immediately. We are joined by esteemed guest of honor, Pro Chancellor Dr. Narayan Sabahit, Manipal Academy of Higher Education, Manipal. Dr. Raviraj NS, Chief Operating Officer, Manipal Academy of Higher Education, Manipal. Sri Varadra Aipai, Secretary of Academy of General Education, Manipal. Sri K. Shantaram Prabhu, Senior Member of the Mandakar College Trust. Sri U.S. Shanai, Member of the Governing Council, Mandakar Arts and Science College, Kundapur. I request the audience to be assembled before the stage immediately. Warm greetings to all of you. In the words quoted by Buddha, the purpose in life is to find your purpose and give your whole heart and soul to it. The very existence of the Academy of General Education Manipal was the utmost dream of our founder, great visionary, late Padma Shri Dr. T.M.A. Pai, who gave heart and soul to impart quality education among younger generations. He believed that a nation's progress is measured in terms of those citizens who are upright and honest in character. And this is what the belief that paved the way for the establishment of degree colleges, medical colleges, polytechnic colleges, schools, and banks, and so on. Indeed, we truly feel honored to have you all here with us today to witness this momentous occasion, the third convention of AGE College Teachers 2024. And we, the Vandarkars Arts and Science College, Kundapur, would like to take pride in hosting this event on the occasion of the birth anniversary of Chancellor of Manipal Academy of Higher Education, Padma Bhushan, Dr. Ramdas M. Pai. Ladies and gentlemen, I, Rohini Sharan, Faculty, Department of English, Vandarkars Arts and Science College, Kundapur, your host for this exuberant morning, with added warmth, I welcome everyone present here, and I extend a cordial welcome to esteemed guest of honor, special inviters, officials from MAHE, officials from AGE, guest speakers, principals of different degree and PU colleges of AGE to this wonderful event. Well, the world is full of gold and diamonds, and we have few of them here with us today. I request our respected principal, Dr. Shubhakarachari, Vandarkars Arts and Science Degree College, and Dr. G.M. Ganda, Principal, Vandarkars Pre-University College, to kindly escort The president of this convention, Shri K. Shantaram Prabhu, senior member of the Bandarkars College Trust, Pro-Vice Chancellor, Dr. Narayan Sabahit, Manipal Academy of Higher Education, Manipal, Dr. Raviraj N.S., Chief Operating Officer, Manipal Academy of Higher Education, Manipal, Shri Varada Aipai, Secretary to Academy of General Education, Manipal, to the stage. Welcome to all the respected dignitaries on stage. Welcome you, sir, once again. A beautiful life does not just happen. It is built daily by prayer, sacrifice, humility, and hard work. Let us now embark this auspicious occasion with the blessings of the Almighty. Let me now invite Miss Suma, Mrs. Sumashri, Miss Pradna, lecturers, Department of Commerce, and Miss Vaishnavi and Miss Srilata, lecturers, Department of Mathematics, for invocation.
देवी पुरे शारदे वरदे देवी पुरे शारदे वरदे संगीत साहित्य कला प्रमोदे संगीत साहित्य कला प्रमोदे देवी पुरे शारदे वरदे देवी पुरे शारदे विद्या देवते विद्या प्रदाते विद्या देवते विद्या प्रदाते विद्या माते मोदिते विद्या माते मोदिते देवी पुरे शारदे वरदे देवी पुरे शारदे ब्रह्मणराणि लोकदवाणि ब्रह्मणराणि लोकदवाणि वीणापाणि ब्रह्माणि वीणापाणि ब्रह्माणि देहि सरस्वती विद्यया सुमति देहि सरस्वती विद्यया सुमति मंगलमूर्ति सत्कीर्ति मंगलमूर्ति सत्कीर्ति देवी पुरे शारदे वरदे देवी पुरे शारदे वरदे संगीत साहित्य कला प्रमोदे संगीत साहित्य कला प्रमोदे देवी पुरे शारदे वरदे देवी पुरे शारदेवी पुरे शारदेवी पुरे शारदे वरदे
Thank you for the divine rendition. May I now request our principal, Dr. Shubhakar Achari, Bandarkars Arts and Science College, Kundapur, to address for welcome address.
Good morning, everyone. Warm welcome to the esteemed guest of honor, respected dignitaries, my dear colleagues, support staff, and members of media to the third convention of AG College Teacher 2024. Academy of General Education Manipal, one of the sister wings of Manipal Academy of Higher Education, as dreamed by the great visionary late Padma Shri Dr. T.M.A. Pai and most unforgettable philanthropist Dr. A.S. Bandarkar, as in the case of Bandarkar College being the premier institute for higher education in Kundapur. It is always in the forefront of creating an impact on the society where both students and the faculty can contribute towards the benefit of the needy. With the objective we have assigned as a teachers by the academy to serve the nation better. And today we are gathering in a big number to witness this convention. I always take the pride in saying that this is the institution I belong to because of unity, integrity, and moral it upholds. So we are extremely happy to have this opportunity to the host AG College Teacher Convention 2024, and that too on the occasion of the birth anniversary of Honorable Chancellor of Mahe Padma Bhushan, Dr. Ramdas M. Pai, here in the Bandakar Arts and Science College, Kundapur. On behalf of Bandakar College and AGE, I extend the warm welcome to the president of this program, Sri Shantaram Prabhu, senior member of Bandakar College Trust, who always stand by our side, just as the Dr. H. Shantaram. Welcome you, sir. Today we have with us guest of honor, Dr. Narayan Sabahit, Honorable Pro Vice Chancellor of Technology and Sciences, Manipal Academy of Higher Education. Welcome you, sir. His efforts need no introduction. The facts speaks for themselves. Sri Varraj Pai, Secretary to the AG, is also with us today. Hearty welcome to you, sir. Dr. Raviraj N.S., Chief Operating Officer of MAE, has joined us on this occasion. I extend a very special welcome to you, sir. And my colleague, come friend, Principal, Bandakar PU College, Dr. G.M. Gonda. Welcome you, sir. We are happy to have the presence of the members of Bandakar College Trust, Kundapur. U.S. Shanai. Welcome you, sir. I extend a warm welcome to the guest speaker for the day, Dr. K. Shama Prasad, Dr. Sridhar Pai, Sri Srinidhi Kamath, Dr. Ananta Prabhu. Welcome you, sir. I extend a warm welcome to the Hilda Madam, Secretary to the Dr. H.S. Ballar. Of course, last and unforgettable, I cordially welcome principals and faculty members of all degree and PU colleges of AGE, marking the significance of today's event. MGM College Udupi, Sri Bhuvanendra College Karkala, Vijay College Mulkir, Sri JCBM College Sringeri, Sri Mahavira College Mosdadri, Madhav School Manipal. On behalf of Bandakar College, Kundapur and AG Manipal, I welcome you all this very special occasion. And also I welcome coordinators, members of different committees, office bearers, support staff, technical team, our student volunteers, members of the media, photographers, and everyone who is present here. I hope you will like arrangement here and a great cause in making the event memorable and successful. Have a good time ahead. Thank you, one and all.
Thank you, sir. Requesting Sri Satyanarayan, Department of Chemistry, Student Welfare Officer of Bandakar Arts and Science College, to florally welcome the president of this program, Sri K. Shantaram Prabhu, senior member of the Bandakar College Trust, Kundapura. Requesting Sri K. Gopal, head of the Department of History, to florally welcome Pro Vice Chancellor Dr. Narayan Sabahit, Manipal Academy of Higher Education, Manipal. Mrs. Meenakshi, head of the Department of English, to offer floral welcome to Dr. Raviraj N.S., Chief Operating Officer, Manipal Academy of Higher Education, Manipal. Requesting Ms. Nisha, head of the Department of Chemistry, to offer floral welcome to Sri Varraj Pai, Secretary of Academy of General Education, Manipal. Requesting Sri K. Gopal to kindly recognize the presence of the principals of degree and PU colleges of AGE, trust member, Shri US Hanoi, guest speakers, and all the special invitees, especially Mrs. Hilda, Secretary of Dr. H.S. Ballal, Pro-Chancellor, Academy of General Education, Manipal Academy of Higher Education, and President of Academy of General Education, Manipal. Thank you all. As we all know, today we have with us the presence of the most eminent personality, Dr. Raviraj N.S., Chief Operating Officer, Manipal Academy of Higher Education, Manipal, Professor and Head of the Center for Biotherapeutics Research, MAHE. Dear audience, I wish to bring you more details about Sir. Dr. Raviraj N.S., as a devoted scientist and having worked in fields like microbiology, cell and molecular biology, nanobiotechnology, cancer biology, and regenerative medicine during his doctoral and postdoctoral period, Dr. Raviraj has more than 27 years of post-PhD research experience in diverse areas of biology. He is also the principal investigator for many research projects funded by the American Lung Association, USA, Defense Advanced Research Projects Agency, USA, Air Force Office of Scientific Research, USA, Department of Science and Technology, Government of India, and he is a life member of Mycological Society of India, that is the MSI, and a member of International Society for Stem Cell Research, that is ISSCR, USA. Moreover, he is well acquainted with the ethos and principles of the University of MAHE. We are truly grateful to you for your wonderful presence here. Now I request Dr. Raviraj N.S. to kindly deliver the keynote address.
Mr. Shantaram Prabhu, Dr. Narayan Sabahit, Mr. Vardarai Pai, Dr. Shubhakarachari, Dr. G.M. Gonda, all the resource persons, faculty, and all the support staff who have gathered here. Very good morning to all of you. It's really my pleasure to stand before you to speak a little bit about the genesis of this AGE College Teachers Convention, which started 2 years ago. This is the third edition. So when I moved from corporate to the university in the year 2020, it was in the midst of COVID, and we were not supposed to conduct any large programs. But myself, Ms. Hilda, and Mr. Vardarai Pai, we were constantly speaking, we have to bring some program to all the AGE college teachers. In the same ethos of Dr. T.M.A. Pai, who started the skill development programs way back in 1930s, we thought we have to bring some new energy, rejuvenate the technology that is there already with the college teachers, and we need to take it to the next level. With that thinking, we brought the first edition 2 years ago. The program happened in MAHE, Manipal campus, and we had the talk by Karunakar on NEP, then myself and Srihari Upadhyaya gave a talk on innovation and entrepreneurship. Then we had a talk that is on the stress management and also on the PhD research. And we also started PhD coordinators in all the colleges and the junior colleges of the AG institutions. And then we went to the next year. Again, we had a talk by Dr. Ramnarayan. That year was hosted by MGM College. Dr. Ramnarayan gave a talk on the teachers, why we need to be passionate teachers. And then we had a talk on the digital literacy. We had a talk also on the CPR. How do we do that? And one more. And we are now in the third edition. And if you see the AGE history, which started in 1942, and after a lot of struggle, Dr. T.M.A. Pai started the first grade college in Udupi, the MGM college in 1949. And then he started concentrating on having the college campus in Manipal on the professional degrees like the KMC Kasturba Medical College in 1953, KMC Mangalore in 1955, MIT in 1957, and many more. And he again came back to the first grade colleges after 1949, the success of MGM College. 1960, he started the Bhuvanendra College. Come 1963, we had the Bandarkas College and Vijaya College Mulki. 1965, we had the Mahavira College and Shri Jagat Guru Chandrasekhar Bharati Mahaswami College in Sringeri. So that completes the circle, and now we are enjoying all these colleges which are coming together for this function, which is primarily on enhancing the skills in the same lines of what Dr. Temepai started in 1930s, where he realized that we have to give specialized skills to people. And he realized that because people didn't have enough savings at that time to take care of healthcare, so he started various skill development vocational courses, be it carpentry, be it the winding, book binding, many things actually. So now in every profession, skill development is a must. If somebody thinks that we have acquired all the knowledge for our rest of life, this knowledge is going to be enough, I don't think it is true. If you take Mahe for that matter, we have various skill development programs happening almost every month. Various corporates, we have agreements with more than 200 corporates. Various corporates come to the university campus, spend some time, acquire new knowledge, and then go back to their corporates and see how they can, if they are in the manufacturing, how they can manufacture better. If they are in the industry of getting the CT machines, MRIs, how it can be made better. So wherever they are working, they can get the new information from the users and from the people who are practicing it, and from the professors. They can get back to their field and improvise what they are doing. That's why what I say is skill development is a must, and learning is a continuous thing. Even those who are senior professors, if they think that they don't have to learn anymore, I think our progress stops there. So with this note, whatever that we are bringing, all the resource persons are here except one who is coming a little later, Dr. Ananta Prabhu. He is going to join us later, who is an expert on cyber crime. Otherwise, we have Dr. Shama Prasad, who is going to talk on the undergraduate research, and we have Sridhar Ranganath Pai, who is going to talk on the quality management system. We have Srinidhi and team. What are the opportunities in Mahe campus after the people graduate from all these colleges? So these are all well crafted for you so that you can take the maximum information from here, you can spread it to other college teachers, and you can give the relevant information to the students. And it's really nice that let us make this program as an annual affair, and let us have more and more college teachers participating in it, and they will go back and spread it to the remaining people. Thank you all for coming this, and thank you very much for the opportunity. Jai Hind.
Thank you, sir, for your kind words. Today's stage is literally incorporated with the most illustrious Dr. Narayan Sabahit, Pro Vice Chancellor, Technology and Sciences Mahe. I wish to bring your attention few more details about sir at this juncture. Dr. Narayan Sabahit, in addition to his current position, is a reviewer for the Indian Geotechnical Journal and a life member of various professional societies like the Indian Geotechnical Society.
Welcome. First, welcome.
The Indian Society for Technical Education, Institution of Engineers, that is IE, and a fellow of the Indian Association of Structural Engineering. We are extremely elated to have your presence, sir. Now I request Dr. Narayan Sabahit, Pro Vice Chancellor, Technology and Sciences Mahe, to kindly inaugurate this stage program by paying floral tribute to our founders, late Padma Shri Dr. T.M.A. Pai and Dr. A.S. Bhandarkar. I request all the dignitaries on stage to kindly join their hands and be a creditable part of this auspicious occasion. Man may die, nation may rise and fall, but an idea lives forever. And we have been living the dream, the vision, and the idea of our great founders, Dr. T.M.A. Pai and Dr. A.S. Bandakar, and it is everlasting. Thank you all. Now I request Dr. Narayan Samahit for inaugural address.
Mr. Shantaram Prabhu, Senior Trustee, President of today's function, Dr. Aviraj Anas, COO, Mahe, Varadharai Pai, Secretary of Academy of General Education, Dr. Shubhakar Acharya, Principal, Bandarkar's College, Dr. G.M. Kanda, Principal, Bandarkar's PU College, resource persons, principals of other AG colleges, teachers, other invitees, very good morning to all of you. It gives me great pleasure to stand before you. Maybe after a gap of maybe 4-5 years back, I came here for the annual day. So after a gap of many years, I've got an opportunity to come here to inaugurate this third convention of AG College teachers. Our Pro-Chancellor, Dr. H.S. Bilal, always used to tell, Academy of General Education is a mother of all the Manipal educational institutions. It is true. Way back in 1942, our founder, late Dr. T.M.A. Pai, started the schools initially, and then he started the colleges, and then of course, all of you know, the Manipal came into existence way back in 1953, the first self-financing medical college in the country. So Mahe is like an elder brother, elder son of Academy of General Education. So it is the responsibility of the elder son to take care of his mother, because mother has given us so much, and it's our duty to give back what we can. So that's how this convention has started, as Dr. Aviraj has mentioned, two years back. I am sure all of you are aware of the NEP 2020, and most of lot of discussions have happened. And in future, maybe in another 10 years, there will be only two kinds of institutions. One is the multidisciplinary university, and another is what we call the degree granting autonomous colleges. So you will fall in either of these two. The current affiliated colleges will no more exist. So this is the time we should start working towards what you want to be. Do you want to become a degree granting autonomous institutes or the colleges, or you want to become a multidisciplinary university like Mahe? Now, I'm sure all of you have heard recently that MGM College has got the autonomous status. It is the beginning, I will tell you, it is the beginning of fulfilling the aspirations of the present government of implementing NEP 2020. Moving forward, the all colleges of Academy of General Education, because these colleges are very old colleges in this region. If you look at other colleges, they are all not as old as the Academy of General Education colleges. So obviously we should be the leaders and others should follow. So in this regard, I think we should start working. There is a possibility of a constituent unit of Mahe. It is a possibility. I'm not saying that is the way forward, but there is a possibility. But then it cannot happen unless the colleges should come to the level of the constituent institutions of Mahe. So what I mean to say now, level is basically in terms of the faculties, the qualifications, the qualities of the faculty are very, very important. Any educational institutions, the most important thing is the faculty, the quality of the faculty. The rest of the things I strongly believe they fall in line over a period of time. So what are those important things where you need to improve? One is the academics, research, internationalization, alumni connect, and of course the infrastructure. So these are the 5 pillars on which the Mahe works. My feeling is that maybe an appeal to the secretary, please create these units in each Academy of General Education colleges and make sure that they improve year on year, and so that it will come to a level of Mahe. It's not all that difficult, I will tell you. If I remember, sometime back, Kundapur, Bandarkar's Kundapur College was reflected in NIRF ranking, if I am right. Right? So today it is not there. Why? So it's not all that difficult. It's only a mindset you need to change. Our faculties are really good. You call it as teachers or faculty, they are really good. They need a little bit of motivation, plus that a confidence. That's very, very important. So this convention is trying to build a confidence in the minds of the teachers so that, they can take this institution to the greater heights. So in this regard, I am sure in the coming years, make sure that, identify the areas where we can improve and see that, make a plan, make something like 5 years plan. And Mahe is there, to help you, all the institutions present here. And I will tell you confidently, none of the institutions in the country have what AG has the benefit in any other institution. They don't have. You have a support from Mahe. You are aware that which is number 4 in the country under the category of universities. It's not so easy to get to that particular place. And the full support of Mahe is available. You take anything, I think resource persons are going to talk. What are the facilities available? Whether it is in terms of improving your, the qualifications, or you want to collaborate with our faculties, the facilities are available. My feeling is in the next 5 years, most of the AG colleges will be able to be at least get some rank in NIR. That should be the beginning, and institutions like MGM and Bandrakars should lead and guide others to come forward and see that they are one of the top institutions in the country. Thank you very much. I'm not going to take much time because a lot of the deliberations are going to happen today after this program. And please learn as much as possible from them. Take the benefit of the Mahi to the fullest possible extent and see that in the future this is going to be the one of the best institutions in this region. Thank you very much.
So thank you for your thought-provoking words. May I now request Sri Varadaraya Pai, Secretary of Academy of General Education, Manipal, to kindly address the gathering.
Very good morning to all of you. Respected dignitaries on the dais, respected teaching fraternity of all AGE schools and colleges, and all the delegates who have registered today. And we are at the beginning of third convention of AGE college teachers. And first of all, let me compliment the people and the students who have done the prayer and then a warm welcome Yakshagana performance and welcoming all the delegates to this conference. They have done a wonderful Yakshagana and it is really a Badagutittu Yakshagana which is prevalent from Udupi and North, and they are keeping our tradition alive, and long live Yakshagana forever. And first of all, I would like to stress on this because we have certain objectives in our mind while organizing this third convention. And first of all, our objective is to implement quality management system in every college under Academy of General Education. For that, we have a research person, Dr. Sridhar Pai is here, and definitely, and his team will definitely steer us through and securing our quality manual, quality procedures, and etc. So we need to, we'll be able to standardize all our activities of the schools and colleges. Secondly, promoting research among the AGE college teachers, encourage them to write and publish research papers in their domain area, facilitating all faculty members to pursue their PhD or higher education so that then they can improve their qualification. And the third objective is to upgrading AGE teachers with what new courses or new programs can be started in each and every college. And so that the more and more number of students can join to their college. At the same time, each college can be upgraded to autonomous status, just like we have made a first breakthrough at MGM College. Similarly, rest of the college should follow suit. And fourth objective is networking of all the teachers and to know each other and to know each other's best practices so that they can emulate those best practices in their respective colleges. And the fifth one, above all, and getting autonomous status for your college, improving quality of academic delivery and research activity in every area, and satisfaction or what you call your stakeholders' aspirations should be looked into and see that all your stakeholders should be happy so that they can send their children or send their youth for each college must get a status most sought after college in the region. That's why I think we need to improve overall improvement in all our areas, including academic delivery, research, and upgradation of each and everyone's qualification so that our college stays atop. And suppose if you are going to apply for ranking, Indian Institute
ranking famous, and you should be on the top of the list. And with this all objectives in mind, we have organized this convention of third AGE college teachers, so that I wish today's all deliberations will lead towards this. At the end of the thing, I think you will have a lot, or you will have a major, what do you call, intake for your future years to come. So I wish this convention every success, and our resource persons will deliberate on this, and we wish the entire day will be a fruitful one. Thank you, one and all.
So thank you for your words of appreciation. May I now request Dr. Narayan Sabahit to kindly present a mementos to the principals of AGE degree colleges. I request the principals of AGE degree colleges to kindly acknowledge our small gesture. Dr. Swami M, Sri JCBM College, Sringeri. I'm requesting Dr. Swami M, the principal of JCBM College, Sringeri, to kindly come on to the dais to receive our small gesture as a token of respect and gratitude. Dr. Devdas Naik, Principal, MGM Evening College, Udupi. Dr. Shivakarachari, Principal, Bhandarkar Arts and Science College, Kundapur. Thank you all. I request Sri Varadaraya Pai to kindly present a mementos to principals of PU colleges of AJE. I request the principals of PU colleges to kindly acknowledge our small gesture. Sri Ramesh Bhatt, Sri Mahavira PU College, Modbidri. Srimati Malti Devi, MGM PU College, Udupi. Sri Prashant, Sri JCBM College, Sringeri. And Dr. J.M. Gonda, Principal, Bhandarkar Arts, Bhandarkar Pre-University College, Kundapur. Sri Ramesh, Vijay College, Mulki. Sri Ramesh, Sri Bonendra College, Karkala. Mrs. Famida Begum, Sri Vijay College, Mulki. Kindly apologize if any name is left out. Sorry for the inconvenience caused. Dr. J.M. Gonda, Bhandarkar Pre-University College, Kundapur. Thank you all the principals of Degree and PU College of AG for receiving our small gesture as a token of gratitude and respect. And thank you, the chief guests, who presented mementos to all the principals of Degree and PU Colleges of AG. Thank you all once again. May I now invite Sri K. Shantaram Prabhu, Senior Member of the Bhandarkar College Trust, to kindly address the gathering.
Chief guest of the morning, Dr. Narayan Sabai,
my Dr. Raviraj NS, CEO, my Sri Varadrai Pai, Secretary AG, principals and faculty of AGE colleges, delegates, my dear colleagues and ladies and gentlemen. It gives me a great pleasure to speak to you here as the president of this August Association at the official opening of the third AG College Teachers Convention 2024 here at Bandakas Arts and Science College, Kundutu. This event is a culmination of an enormous efforts which began in the year 60s when higher education was merely a nightmare. At this point, I wish to reminisce late Padma Shri Dr. T.M. Pai, an unbeatable pillar of Manipal group of institutions, and late Dr. A.S. Bansakar, pioneer of higher education in Kundapur Taluk. We truly owe them in all the sense. Coming to the main point, as far as concerned to my mind and knowledge, Teachers Convention is a wonderful platform where one can explore approaches for deepening the knowledge in the various areas of education sector. Also, it is a premium academic event designed to provide its attendees with a maximum learning and networking opportunities. Indeed, I thank Dr. H.S. Ballang, President of AGE, and Sri Varadrai Pai, Secretary of AGE, for creating such a power-packed platform for an extended family of AGE to have a great time here. I congratulate the organizers and all those who put in seamless efforts in making this event successful. I would like to end up by expressing my best wishes for most rewarding convention. Have a happy and fruitful time ahead. Thanking you.
Thank you, sir. I request Mrs. Swati Kulkarni, Principal of Madhav Kripa School, Manipal, to kindly come on to the dais to receive a memento as a token of respect and gratitude from Dr. Raviraj N.S., Chief Operating Officer, Manipal Academy of Higher Education, Manipal. Thank you, ma'am, and thank you, sir. May I now request the President of this convention, Sri K. Shantaram Prabhu, Senior Member of the Mandarkar College Trust, to kindly present mementos to the dignitaries on stage as a token of respect and gratitude. Guest of honor, Dr. Narayan Sabahit, Pro-Vice Chancellor, Technology and Sciences, Mahe. Dr. Ravirajan as Chief Operating Officer, Professor and Head for the Center of Biotherapeutics Research, Manipal. Sri Varadrai Pai, Secretary to AGE, Manipal. The roots of goodness lies in the soil of appreciation. This event was made possible with the countless efforts and contributions made by n number of selfless individuals. Indeed, I request Dr. J.M. Gunda, Principal of Bandarkar Pre-University College, to propose oath of thanks.
A very good morning, ladies and gentlemen.
Let me take a few seconds. Dr. Srimani Shetty, Principal, Vijay College, Mulki. I'm requesting Dr. Srimani Shetty, Vijay College, Mulki, kindly come onto the dais to receive. Shri Venkatesh Bhatt K. Department of Physics, Shri Vijaya College, Mulki. I request President of this convention, Shri K. Shantaram Prabhu, to kindly present a memento as a token of respect and gratitude to Shri Venkatesh Bhatt, Department of Physics, Vijay College, Mulki. Over to Dr. G.M. Gonda, sir, for vote of thanks.
Very good morning, ladies and gentlemen. Dignitaries on the dais, off the dais, my beloved academic colleagues, invitees, guests, Academy of General Education give a responsibility to Bandarkar College this year to host academic convention in our institution. Today we had a wonderful stage program now. It is my proud privilege to propose the vote of thanks. The president of today's function, Sri K. Shantaram Prabhu, senior trustee of Bandarkar College. Thank you very much for your presence, sir. In his absence, my heartfelt thanks to Dr. H.S. Ballal, Pro-Chancellor of Mahe and President of Academy of General Education, Manipal. Thank you, sir. Ballal, sir. It's my sincere thanks to inaugurator of this academic convention, a great personality, Dr. Narayan Sabahit, sir, Pro-Vice Chancellor of Mahe. Thank you very much for your presence, sir. My special thanks to a great personality, active personality, good motivator, guide, Sri Raviraj S, CEO of Mahe. He had he did a very wonderful, spoke very well to our academy faculty members. Thank you very much for your presence, sir. Thank you. Heartfelt thanks to BP Varadrai, my Secretary, Academy of General Education, Manipal. He did a wonderful effort to conduct this convention. Thank you very much, sir. I also thank our degree principal, Dr. Shubhakarachari, Principal of Bandarkar's Degree College, for your support and guidance, sir. Thank you very much. My heartfelt thanks to principals of all academic colleges who came here on our invitation. Thank you, degree and PUC principal. Thank you. Thanks for your valuable presence, sir. Thank you very much. I also thank all the academic college teaching staff who came here on our invitation. Thank you for your valuable presence, dear friends. And I also thanks to honorable trustees of Bandarkar College and governing council member. Actually present the US Shanai sir is here. Thank you very much for your presence, sir. They always supported us in all college activities. Thank you very much for your presence. My special thanks to Hilda madam. He did a wonderful framework for to conduct this convention. Thank you very much, madam. I also thanks to today's speaker, Dr. K. Shama Prasad, Dr. Sridhar Pai, Sri Srinidhi Kamath, Dr. Anand Prabhu. Thank you for your presence, sir. Special thanks to our Bandakas College teaching and non-teaching faculty members, friends. They worked a wonderful effort from 2 days. Thank you for your effort and hard work. Thank you very much. I also thank all those who helped directly and indirectly conducted this convention. Thank you for your special effort. I also thanks to media persons, invitees, guests, and all those who are supported us to conduct this convention. Thank you very much for your presence. Thank you, one and all. Thank you.
I may fail in my duty if I don't offer any thanks to Bandakas Arts and Science College. Because last time when we have asked which is the next venue, and Bandakas principal got up and said, yes, next venue will be Bandakas Arts and Science College. So I, on behalf of Academy of General Education and MAHE, thank all the trustees, all the teaching staff members, principals, and all the non-teaching staff members who have toiled day and night to put up this venue and put up this convention and making it as a successful one. So I thank them wholeheartedly and wish them all the best. Thank you very much.
I request Mrs. Hilda to kindly come on to the dais to receive a memento as a token of respect and gratitude. Mrs. Hilda, Secretary of Dr. H.S. Ballal, Pro-Chancellor, Academy of Manipal Academy of Higher Education and President of Academy of General Education, Manipal. Dear audience, for your kind attention, we'll have a short tea break for 10 minutes. We'll have, before that, we'll have a college-wise photo session. Kindly cooperate for the college-wise photo session. Okay. Let us have a short tea break for 10 minutes. Lasting order, the photo session. Lasting order. Thank you, one and all. We have a short tea break for 10 minutes. Sorry for the inconvenience caused. I'm requesting principals and faculty of Sri JCBM College Sringeri to come out to the dais for the photo session with officials of MAHE and officials of AGE. Principals and faculty of Sri JCBM College Sringeri. Dear audience, kindly cooperate for the college-wise photo session with officials of MAHE, officials of AGE, and special invitees. Now, Sri JCBM College, Sringeri. Sri Jagadguru Chandrasekhara Bharati Memorial College, Sringeri. Up next, Sri Bonendra College, Karkala. Up next, principals and faculty members of Sri Bonendra College, Karkala. Thank you all. Now, Sri Bonendra College, Karkala. Principals and faculty from Sri Bonendra College, Karkala. Up next, Sri Vijay College, Mulki. Now, we have on stage principals and faculty members of Sri Bonendra College, Karkala, along with officials from MAHE, officials from AG Manipal, and special invitees. Up next, Sri Vijaya College, Mulki. Principals and faculty members from Sri Vijaya College, Mulki. Dear audience, for your kind attention, one of the initiatives of Bhandarkar's Arts and Science College, Kundapur is Radio Kundapura, 89.6 FM. Please visit Radio Kundapura, 89.6 FM, situated on the third floor of Golden Jubilee Building. For your kind attention, one of the initiatives of Bhandarkar's Arts and Science College, Kundapur is Radio Kundapur, 89.6 FM, which is situated on the third floor of Golden Jubilee Building, Bhandarkar's Arts and Science College, Kundapura. Kindly visit. Next, Sri Vijaya College, Mulki. Thank you, principals and faculty members of Sri Bonendra College, Karkala. Now, Sri Vijay College, Mulki. Principals and faculty members of Vijay College, Mulki. Up next, Sri Mahavira College, Mordegri. Principals and faculty members of Sri Mahavira College, Mordegri, for the next session. Now, Sri Vijaya College, Mulki. Principals and faculty members from Sri Vijaya College, Mulki, along with officials from Mahe, officials from AGE, and special invitees. We have with us on stage Vijaya College, Mulki. Principals and faculty members from Vijaya College, Mulki, along with Pro-Vice Chancellor, Technology and Sciences, Dr. Narayan Sabahit, Chief Operating Officer, Manipal Academy of Higher Education, Manipal, Dr. Raviraj NS, Sri Vararai Pai, Secretary to Academy of General Education, Manipal, Dr. Shivakarachari, Principal, Bhandarkar's Degree College, and Sri K. Shantaram Prabhu, Senior Member of the Bhandarkar's College Trust, Kundapura, Dr. J.M. Gonda, Principal, Bhandarkar's Pre-University College. Now, Sri Mahavira College, Mudbidri. Principals and faculty members from Sri Mahavira College, Mudbidri. Up next, Mahatma Gandhi Memorial College, Udupi. Principals and faculty members of Mahatma Gandhi Memorial College, Udupi, along with Madhava Krupa School, Manipal. We have with us on stage Sri Mahavira College, Modbedri, principals and faculty members from Sri Mahavira College, Modbedri, along with officials from Mahe and AGE. Now, now, Mahatma Gandhi Memorial College, Udupi, principal and faculty members from Mahatma Gandhi Memorial College, Degree College. Now, Mahatma Gandhi Memorial College, PU College, Udupi. Mahatma Gandhi Memorial PU College, Udupi. We have with us on stage principal and faculty members from Mahatma Gandhi Memorial PU College, Udupi. Next, Mahatma Gandhi Memorial College for degree and Mahatma Gandhi Memorial Evening College, Udupi, along with Madhav Kripa School, Manipal. Now, next, MGM Degree College and MGM Evening College, Udupi. Now, MGM Degree College, Udupi and MGM Evening College, Udupi. Principals and faculty members from MGM Degree College, Udupi and MGM Evening College, Udupi. Up next, principals and faculty members from Madhava Kripa School, Udupi. And last in the ladder, Bhandarkar's Arts and Science College, Kundapura. Both degree and PU colleges along with principals of Bhandarkar's Degree College and principal of Bhandarkar's Pre-University College. We have with us on stage now MGM College, Udupi, MGM Evening College, Udupi, principals and faculty from MGM Degree College, Udupi and MGM Evening College, Udupi. Up next, Madhav Kripa School, Manipal. Thank you. Now, Madhava Kripa School, Manipal. Principal and faculty from Madhava Kripa School, Udupi. Principal and faculty members from Madhava Kripa School, Manipal, along with officials from Mahe, officials from AG, and special invitees. Now, we have with us on stage Madhava Kripa Senior School, Manipal, principal and faculty members from Madhava Kripa Senior School, Manipal, along with Pro-Vice Chancellor, Technology and Sciences, Dr. Narayan Sabahit, Chief Operating Officer, Manipal Academy of Higher Education, Manipal, Dr. Raviraj N.S., Sri Vardrai Pai, Secretary to Academy of General Education, Manipal, and the President of the Convention, Sri K. Shantaram Prabhu, Senior Member of the Bandarkars College Trust, Dr. Shivakarachari, Principal of Bandarkars Degree College, Dr. J.M. Gunda, Principal of Bandarkars Pre-University College. Thank you. Now, Bandarkars Arts and Science College, Kundapura, along with members of the Bandarkars College Trust, Sri U.S. Shanai. I request Sri U.S. Shanai to kindly come on to the dais. Thank you all for your kind cooperation for the photo session. My sincere thanks to Pro-Vice Chancellor Dr. Narayan Sabahit, Dr. Raviraj N.S., Chief Operating Officer Mahe,
AG staff. AG staff.
Shri Varadai Pai, Secretary of Academy of General Education Manipal, Shri K. Shantaram Prabhu, Senior Member of the Bandakas College Trust, officials from Mahe, officials from AGE, principals and faculty from all the degree and PU colleges of AGE, special inviters, members of the Bandarkars College Trust, members of the media, photographers, and student volunteers. Dear audience, for your kind attention, we'll commence the first session at sharp 11:25. For your kind attention, we'll commence the first session at sharp 11:25. Session 1. The topic, Promoting Undergraduate Research in AGE Colleges. Speaker, Dr. Shama Prasad K., Professor and Head, MSLS. Will be completed by Mr. Shaila Ramchandra, Faculty, Department of English, Bandarkars Arts and Science College, Kundapura. Ladies and gentlemen, for your kind attention, we'll be commencing the first session shortly. I request the audience to be assembled before the stage. If you are done with your tea, kindly be assembled before the stage for the first session on the topic promoting undergraduate research in AGE colleges. Speaker Dr. Shama Prasad K, Professor and Head MSL, accompanied by Mr. Shaila Ramchandra, Faculty, Department of English, Bhandarkar Arts and Science College, Kundapura. Dear audience, for your kind attention, we'll commence the first session at sharp 11:25. I request the audience to kindly be seated before the stage if you are done with tea and refreshment. Good morning, everyone. Let me quote Marcel Proust: research is a way of life. We commence our first session of the third convention of AG College Teachers on the topic promoting undergraduate research in AG colleges. The guest speaker for this session is Dr. Shama Prasad K, Professor and Head, Department of Cell and Molecular Biology, Manipal School of Life Sciences, Mahe. May I now invite our eminent guest speaker, Dr. Shama Prasad K, to the dais. I request, please, that's it. I request Mrs. Neha S., Department of History, Bandakas Arts and Science College, Kundapura, to florally welcome Dr. Shama Prasad K. to the session. Thank you, madam. It is indeed a privilege to introduce our guest speaker to this august gathering. Shama Prasad K is currently working as a professor and head of the Department of Cell and Molecular Biology, Manipal School of Life Sciences, Mahe. He has obtained his bachelor's degree in chemistry, botany, zoology, and his master's in biosciences from Mangalore University. He pursued his doctoral degree in cancer epigenetics from Manipal Academy of Higher Education. He has an extensive teaching and research experience of 13 years. His research expertise and interest include functional epigenetics, cancer biology, and signaling. His accomplishments in research publications is immense. Sir has published 148 articles and several conference proceedings in peer-reviewed international journals. He has 2,961 citation with an H index of 31 and I-10 index of 77. Sir has guided 5 research scholars and is currently guiding 8 PhD scholars and 3 postdoctoral candidates. Dr. Shama Prasad K is the recipient of many accolades. He received the Young Scientist Award from the Indian Society of Human Genetics, the Young Investigator Award at 10th APGCH, Kuala Lumpur, Malaysia, the Invention Award awarded by Intellectual Ventures India, Dr. TMA Pai Gold Medal for the Best Researcher in the year 2015, Best Teacher Award by Manipal School of Life Sciences for the academic year 2019-20, Dr. TMA Pai Outstanding Research Paper Award for 3 consecutive years from 2021 to 23. Dr. Shama Prasad K has completed a pilot project on cancer funded by the Department of Biotechnology, Government of India. Under the Indo-Japanese collaborative research activity, he has visited the National Institute of Radiological Sciences in Japan. He has received an international travel fellowship by Department of Biotechnology, Government of India, and the Wellcome Trust DBT Indian Alliance Intermediate Fellowship in 2013. He is a life member of the Society of Biological Chemists, a life member of the Society for Mitochondrial Research and Medicine, and also a member of the Society of Biotechnologists in India. So he is also an associate editor for Frontiers in Oncology, Frontiers in Genetics, BMC Medical Genomics, and PLOS ONE. Sir, we are greatly privileged to have you here with us today. We are all eagerly awaiting to listen to you, sir. Ladies and gentlemen, Dr. Shama Prasad K on the topic promoting undergraduate research in AGE colleges. Sir, please take over the podium.
First of all, good morning to one and all. I would like to thank Madam for the wonderful introduction. And I would like to thank the organizer, especially the Mahi, for providing me an opportunity to share my views how to implement or promote undergraduate research at Academy of General Education associated colleges. So without much delays, I'll just start my presentation. So in any idea why research is important? So basically, what I'm going to do today is talk about why research is important and how we disseminate the information which is generated from research, and also how to undertake research at your institution with the facilities what you have and the opportunities for collaboration at Mahe for doing your research programs. Okay, so first, what is research? Research refers to research, or according to John W. Creswell, research is a process of steps used to collect and analyze information to increase or understanding a topic of interest. So we can do research in any area where you have a topic of interest, you dig more and more information about this topic and generate newer hypothesis and newer results or newer findings. Okay, so that is what we do in research. So research can be done at science, at the level of arts, or at the level of. So earlier, means it was only in the area of science and it was things like that. But now you can do research in diverse areas of education. Okay. So now, when you do a research, so why you want to do a research or purpose of research? So purpose of research is for exploration. It can be description or it can be explanation. So for the clarity, I'll just take the mic there and I'll go to the this one. Am I audible? Yes. So if you see research, so what is the purpose of doing research? So if you see research, it is for exploration, it is for description, and it is for explanation. So when I say exploration, it is for gaining some familiarity with the topic and discovering some of its new dimensions and possibility of planning a more structured research. So that is what we do when we say exploration. So exploration means you are doing some kind of discovery research. So you have an idea. There is no research which is undertaken, sir, and you want to explore that further. When it comes to descriptive research, so basically it is a consensus bureau reports of a number of Americans, then political poll predicting who will win the election. So basically it's kind of a prediction and description. So that is what people do in the descriptive research. And in explanation area of research, so it is like to explain something. So I will tell more about this in the subsequent presentations. So if you see a research, so what is a research cycle? So this is very, very important before you understand or you do research. So basically you have a problem. For example, there is a COVID infection. Now it's a big problem. Now how to tackle that? So what are the things which one can understand or one can do to control this COVID? So there is a problem statement and then there is a goal, or you should have an aim why you want to do this research, right? So in the morning the talk Varadaraj Pai sir told, so what is the objective of this AG convention? So similarly in research we have something called as goals or aim. And now when you have an aim, so you want to achieve that aim or to generate more information about that aim. So how to do that? You have to divide them into sub problems, which we call it as objectives. And then comes the hypothesis generation, or you can have a hypothesis driven research. So you have a hypothesis instead of problem, then you set the goal and sub problems, collect the information, interpret the result and publish the findings. So publication is very, very important. Okay. So publication, I'm going to more about that publication in the subsequent slide. So now how to promote research? Say it's a very, very important aspect. So when you want to promote research, so I always tell 3 P's are important. So what are these 3 P's? The place, person and proposal. So this is what we call it as 3 P's. Okay. So now when I say place, so when you want to do some research, so you don't have the infrastructures. So now what you will do, right? You can collaborate with people who are having those facilities. So place is one of the important criteria to get the grants as well as to do your research. Similarly, the person. So person is referred in terms of the publications and patents and other credentials the person is having or he has built over a period of time. So if the person is not having a credential, so then it is difficult to get grants and do your subsequent research. And finally, you have proposal. So you should have a proposal. That proposal should be very important problem. It should have a far reaching implications, right? Because most of the times we ask money from funding agencies who gives us fund, right? So when they give funds for doing research, so it's basically many a times it is a government funding we get. So when we say government, it's a public money, right? So you have to have such a far reaching problem so that when you do research, it should the results of your findings should be useful to lot of people. So that's why these three P's are always important. So when you want to promote research, so there are two ways one can promote research. So the first one is called as the traditional methods and the second one is called as the recent methods. So let us see what are these traditional methods. So when I say traditional methods, so it is something like presenting at conferences, writing review articles, then citing your own research work, undertaking research, and all these things comes under the traditional methods of promoting research. So I'm here and now I'm giving a talk. It's basically a kind of traditional way of giving the information or promoting research, right? So now when it comes to recent methods or approaches, so what is recent approach? Recent approach is use of social media. So when we say we have WhatsApp, Twitter, then Facebook, Instagram, so these are some of the most commonly used social media, right? So we disseminate lot of information using these social media. Then publishing in open access journals. So open access journals means many times what happens, you must have seen when you want to search some information, you use Google. Now Google is the guru. So we type some information on Guru, but we won't be able to get the full text information because it is on a subscription mode. So open access is a new way of disseminating information where you pay for publishing your article. Like sometimes we publish books, right? So we pay and publish books. It is something like that where you pay for your articles and make it open so that it is accessible for everybody. So this is a new recent method of promoting your research, okay? And then getting some scientific accessions, like you have ORCID IDs there. Then you have something called as ResearchGate. How many of you have heard about ResearchGate? Yeah. So few people you know what is ResearchGate. So ResearchGate is a kind of a social platform where you create your profile and update your research informations. Okay, so you can, when you publish a paper or when you have conducted a workshop, when you have went for a conference and you have presented the abstract, so all these things can be put in the social platform which is freely available for everyone. So which is, we call it as ResearchGate. Then you have something called as Google Scholar. How many of you have used Google Scholar? Yeah, okay. So many of you are aware about what is Google Scholar. So Google Scholar is another way of promoting your research. Okay, so you should have a Gmail account, and then whatever publication you are doing, so that can be uploaded in the Google Scholar server. And this Google Scholar server is accessible to millions of people across the globe. So if somebody is interested in the niche area what you are doing, so it's a kind of visibility. So these are some of the way one can promote research. Okay, so I'm talking about promoting your own research. Okay, so now when it comes to research, so generally we have 6 phases of research. So what are the six phases of research? First is problem definition. So you have a problem. For example, I have a arthritis problem. Let me put it like that. So now I want to do some research. I have some idea and I want to see what is already done and what is not done. So whether I have an idea that I have a molecule from a plant, so which comes from a traditional knowledge and that can be used to treat arthritis. So let us consider this example. So when you approach somebody for funding, the thing is that if somebody is already done research, extensive research on your idea, so nobody is going to fund or the approach what you are using. So now the approach what you are using should be unique. So for that, how to do the identify whether my idea is unique? So the best way is Google, or where you do something called as review of literature. So whenever you want to write a proposal also, so this proposal also will have some components like problem definition, then review of literature. Then once you do a review of literature and you say that, okay, this idea is unique, nobody has done. So next step is implementing those research programs. So how to implement that research program? So this comes here, selection of research design, subjects and data collection techniques. So I want to see, I have a compound, whether that has got any anti-cancer property. So we generally start with the cell line as a model, means we grow the human cells outside the body in an incubator, and that is used to as a first level of testing. So if it is successful, then you can go to animals, like mouse model is there, rabbit model is there, we say that rodent model. Okay, then it comes to finally it will come to clinical trials at the human level. So there are different phases. So you have to design your study. Okay, so for that we do here, and then you have something called as data gathering, where you collect the information. It can be kind of a questionnaire. Okay, many a times questionnaire based epidemiology studies are lacking in India. For example, in a Kundapur taluk, if you have some endemic problem, okay, which is very important for your area, okay, so there is no information. So now how you can make it visible to the entire world is via having some kind of questionnaire based research, so that which we call it as epidemiology. So you take lot of questions and implement lot of statistical models or statistics to understand, so that your findings whether it really fits, and then that can be disseminated. So which we do something called as data processing and analysis and implication, conclusion and recommendations. So many of the research articles or review articles, finally you have to do something called as recommendation, and these are the 6 phases of research. Okay, so whether you are writing a research paper, whether you want to undertake research grant, okay, at the, your level, or you want to submit to a funding agency, so you have to have these informations in your grant proposal. So coming to problem definition. So what is problem definition? So when you talk about problem definition, okay, so it describes broader context, which we call it as background. For example, I want to do something on cervical cancer, because my whole paper, I have published more than 150 papers. So if you see 90% of the papers is on cervical cancer. Okay, so now you have to describe why cervical cancer is important. Okay, why studying cervical cancer is important, and what people have done in this area, and why, though so much of research, still there is a continuation or continuous occurrence of cervical cancer. Okay, so those kind of things should come as a broader context in the background. Then you have to state why the proposed area or the proposal or the way you want to do research is important. So which you will tell by the objective or purpose, why you want to do undertake this research. Then inform reader about the scope of the study, and then including defining any terms, limitations or restrictions. So you have to tell why this study is important and what you are achieving and what you are not achieving. So when we, many a times when we submit a grant or when you submit a paper, it gets rejected. You know why? You will say that with your technique or your approach or your problem, you are going to cure the entire, that particular burden. For example, I will say cervical cancer is very important in Indian context, and my approach will completely eradicate cervical cancer. Okay, so these things you should not do when you talk about grants and papers. So you should say that it may have a help in reducing the cervical cancer burden or something like that. So you have to soften your sentences. So all these things we do when we talk about the scope of the study, then writing the limitations, what is your advantage of the study, what is the limitations of the study, and all those kind of things. And it helps in the reducing the potential criticism and state your hypothesis. So when you write a definition of a problem, so all these things should come when you write your research paper or grants. Okay, so when it comes to literature review. So this information is a very, very important part of any paper or any grant, where you are going to give a rationale why you want to do this study. So what is known in the area? So what is lacking? And if you work on this lacking, how it is going to improve that particular field. So that is what we generally broadly talk when we talk about the literature review. So basically it gives theoretical rationale of the problem being studied, what research has done and how it relates to a problem. More importantly, it helps to divide the literature into subtopic for ease of reading. So we will have paragraphs. So that is what this sentence means. Then quality of the literature should be assessed. So when you talk about publications, so you have to see which journal you are citing. Sometimes what happens, there are some journals which we call it as predatory journals. Like if you have a Gmail or some account, so you must be getting a lot of emails saying that, it's a UGC approved journals. So you pay 5,000 rupees, next 2 days paper will be accepted and all. So when you want to publish a quality paper, so it takes months. So generally it takes 3 to 6 months to publish a paper, because you do your research and communicate to a journal. So the editor will see whether your paper is relevant to the journal and the readership, and then if it is found suitable, then they will send it for something called as peer review, where external people will go through your paper and they will say, yes, what he says is correct. Sometimes they will say what you are saying is absolutely nonsense. Okay, some people will say, yes, he is right, but he or she has to produce more evidence, which we do when something called as during a paper revision. Okay, so how you can do it in two days? Is it possible? Maybe possible with the help of the artificial intelligence. Otherwise, it is not possible. So many times, so watch out for this one. So those predatory journals. So at Mahe, we have created lot of awareness to know researchers what are predatory journals, what are non-predatory journals. Okay, so you are encouraged not to publish in predatory journals. Okay, so now finally be sure to include well-respected individuals in the research areas. So coming to the selection of research design. Okay, so the research design indicates the steps that will need to take and the sequence they will occur. Okay, so in research design you have to tell, so you have 3 objectives or 2 objectives, how these objectives will be proved or disproved based on your approach. So you will be using lot of methodology. For example, I am working in the area of cervical cancer. So I want to identify some biomarkers for cervical cancer screening. So generally how cervical cancer is screened is, now we have HPV vaccine, right? Okay, HPV vaccine provides protection against cervical cancer. So any women or girl who are above the reproductive age, okay, they are now advised to take vaccine against HPV. So it protects us from getting infection with this HPV and subsequent conversion of our normal cell into a cancerous one. So that is what is done by this HPV vaccine. So now you already have a cervical cancer. You cannot be, vaccine is not useful. So now you have, so what people do is they take something called as punch biopsy. So they do something called as colposcopy. They see the cervix, take a punch biopsy and then take a histopathology in the lab and say whether it's a cancer or it's a normal. Now for this, because Indian, we have a lot of socio-economic problems, and okay, if I go to clinicians, how people will feel things and many things, because our mindset is totally different. So in such cases, we can have something called as non-invasive markers. So it's like pregnancy detection kit. So if I have a marker from the blood, if I can take and see whether I am having a cancer or not. Nothing like that, right? Similarly, from the urine. So take a small drop of urine and put it into a lateral flow of system and say whether I have a cancer or not, or whether I have a disease or not. So these kind of things we do at Manipal. So now for all these things, the step-by-step information collection is important. For example, if I want to develop a molecular markers, I should have the patients. patients needs to be recruited. Then from them, we have to collect the sample. Then we have to isolate the DNA or RNA, means nucleic acid, or some biological molecules which can give information and do downstream experiments. So this is what comes in the study design. So yeah, since I am from science background, I am talking more about the science related problems. So in any area you can do this. So you should have a problem, then step by step methodology or to undertake this, address this problem. So that is what we do in the basically in the research design. Then when I want to do some epidemiology study, sample size determination is very important. So whether a subset of population I am screening, whether it will reflect the entire population, okay, which we call it as sampling. So all these things are done in the research design. Okay, so next comes something called as the data gathering. Okay, so here what we do is we have to have lot of questionnaire, we have to ask questions, and then we have to collect the information. Many times you must have, when you went to some traditional clinicians, doctors, so they will ask a series of questions, right? So whether your father had this problem, whether your mother had a problem, whether your grandparents had the problem, whether your children have the problem. So these are the series of questions one asks. Based on that, it is easy to diagnose a particular problem. Okay. Similarly, when you do research also, so people will ask lot of questions, which we call it as comes under the category data gathering. Next comes the data processing and analysis, where we have, so you are using Excel, right? Excel sheet. So you can use this Excel sheet to do all this processing of the data. Many times what happens, we give data in the form of tables, right? Many times we give the data in the form of PowerPoints or the figures, right? So PowerPoint you can use to draw the figure. Photoshop is another way you can draw the figure. So sometimes graphically you present the data, sometimes you present the data in the form of tables. So if you see any research article, these are the ways people present the data. Now there are many research articles, they publish videos also. For example, you have a new finding, so that you wanted to project in the form of video. It is also possible now. Okay. So these are the things which we do in the data analysis and processing. Then come to the interpreting the data. So when you do the interpretation, make sure to consider the audience. So whom you are telling. Okay. So I know here you have mixed population of audience, right? And discuss the implication for population of interest and future research. So when you talk to, when you are writing a book, or when you are writing a paper, or when you are disseminating your information, you should know who is your audience. Okay. So sometimes you have to write in a layman language. Sometimes you have to write in a very professional manner. Sometimes you have to write kind of a balance. Okay. So it depends on where you want to send your information or communicate your information. Suppose if you are writing a book for school children, so information should be in a very simplified form. So if you are writing something for undergraduate level or postgraduate level, so the things can be little complicated. If you are writing a textbook for PhD students, so it can be further complicated. So depending upon the audience and what is their stream, so you have to polish your language or the writing skill, so that the information is received properly by your target audience. So now coming to type of research methods. So what are the different types of research methods are there? So there are two types of, or there are basically 6 types of research. Okay. So you have a quantitative research, then qualitative research, conceptual research, empirical research, then descriptive research, analytical research, applied research, and fundamental research. I am a researcher who works in the area of fundamental research. So I want to know, when you have a normal cervical cell, why it gets converted into a cancerous one. Some people are there who works in the applied research. Okay. So where they want to develop some biomarkers. Okay. So they are interested not in understanding why there is a cancer development. So yes, there is a cancer development. How you can use those information which is present in a cancer cell to treat them. Okay. Diagnose the people very early. So all those kind people thing they do in the applied research, okay, translation research. Then you have analytical research, descriptive research, like that. You have different types of research. For example, there are many people, physics background or chemistry background, material science background. So there are lot of journals which publishes theoretical sciences. So you have a hypothesis and kind of a review article, you can publish your findings or your opinion. Okay, so these are called as your conceptual research, okay, or quantitative research. So you can publish like, okay, I have this hypothesis, okay, for example, scattering of light or Raman effect. So you want to say that yes, this hypothesis is wrong because of this reason, you can do that, but you have to give lot of justifications. It's like kind of a, supporting somebody or criticizing somebody. So those kind of papers can be written. So why I am emphasizing this, because even if you don't have a important research facilities, if you want to do a research, you can collaborate with people who are having the this one, or you can think of entering into questionnaire based research, which you can do all in your institution only. For example, cervical cancer and vaccination, you can have a questionnaire for your students, and the data which you are gathered from that can be published in a very good journal. Okay, how many of these young girls are aware of HPV vaccine or HPV? Okay, so then you can combine the I know that there are from 6 colleges people have come here, so you can have this information to a bigger audience, like in all the 6 colleges you can do this survey, okay, and make a questionnaire based publications. So there are many ways you can do. You can do something called as review articles can be written in an area of your interest, okay. So if you have a facility to do research, you can do research, conduct research, and you can disseminate the information. If you don't have these kind of research, areas can be explored so that you can do publication. So there are many funding agencies. For example, in Karnataka, we have something called as VGST, Vision Group of Science and Technology. So they specifically focus providing grants, small funding or bigger funding up to 20 lakhs or 30 lakhs you can get. So specifically for undergraduate colleges, okay, degree colleges. So they are given more importance than if you submit a grant from here, so they will give more preference to you than we are submitting from Mahe. Okay, because the motto is to promote undergraduate research. Then there is something called as FIST grant, FIST, from DST, Government of India. So if you want to develop a facility in your institution, you can apply for those grants so that you can slowly build the capacity and start doing the research. So if you don't have such facility, and you can do this questionnaire based research, okay, so this can be done in any area. So you can, maybe you can think of doing such kind of study. So if you need any advice, I will give my email ID, so you can talk to me and you can write to me. So coming to quantitative research, so as the name suggests, quantitative data relies on quantifying a certain amount or quantifying of a specific phenomenon. So it focuses on gathering and analyzing numerical data and can be used to find average and patterns to predict outcome. So in quantitative data, so what we do is we gathered information, we analyze that, and we propose the outcome. So for example, COVID vaccine, okay, whether COVID vaccine is useful or not. You can have a series of questions and then you can analyze them in the quantitatively and you can publish them. So in a qualitative research, so basically it is done to explore complex phenomenon, understand experiences and gather in-depth insights. So basically in quantitative research, we do observation based study, okay, then one-to-one interventions, so then focus group based study, case study, then phenomenology based study. So basically you do all these areas or use these all these approaches for your quantitative research. So these things, even if you don't have a facility, so you still be able to do at your institution. So coming to descriptive research, so that is again this can be done in a low resource setting, this kind of study where you conduct, basically it's a data collection. So you ask questions in a group, small group, and then observe them and report something and then continuous monitoring. So these are the approaches people use. Last question, watching and noticing and continuous monitoring. Okay. So basically it's a survey, observation and case study. So that is done in a descriptive research. So this is also you can do in your institution, right? So how much people spend time on Facebook, or you have Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. So why people spend more time on Facebook? Some people on Twitter. So those kind of things can be done and you can publish. So there are journals who can take this data and publish. Okay. Why I say I am emphasizing publication, research grant, because that is the future. So now government has mandated, or they have a national framework, NIRF. So if you want to get some privileges and if you want to get recognition under such privileges, so you have to have these kind of research activities in your institution. Earlier, research was restricted to only research institution and PG departments. Now it is coming to at the UG level also. Slowly, because of the implementation of new education policy and all. Okay, so slowly skill development will be the major area of your scoring. Okay, skill development. So skill development is research and development is one way of developing your skills. Okay, so see, for example, I am interested in understanding a specific topic in cancer. Why should I study mathematics? I don't want to study mathematics, right? I want to study only mathematics. Why should I know all this ABCD of cancer biology? Because the current our education system is something like that. There are few things which are important to comprehensive understanding of the subject, but few things are not important. Why should I study the things which I study at the PUC level? Okay, physics. Never I used in my BSc or MSc level. Why should I study those subjects? Instead of that, I am doing more of a biology related topic. So I should give more emphasis on studying biology. So this is what is going to come. And now students will be assessed not on as a entire this one course. They will be assessed based on the subject. For example, taxonomy. So students will be assessed only in that particular subject, because and then that student can develop those skills related to taxonomy and he can go further. So that's why, so implementing the research programs and developing these kind of research articles are very, very important. Okay, because that is the future. That's how the government and the policy makers are moving forward. So coming to the analytical research, so basically it is evidence based, where you should have infrastructure to do. Okay, and then you should do a critical analysis. Then you should have a critical thinking. Then you have to, based on your findings, so you have to have synthesis. Synthesis means new knowledge needs to be generated, and then that needs to be disseminated. Then coming to applied research, which I already told you. So now we have a COVID vaccine. How COVID vaccine came? Because of the things which people have done on the basic science. So virus, just like that, they cannot enter in our body. We have a cell. The cell contains lot of proteins which sits on the plasma membrane or cell surface. And virus comes and sits there, and then slowly they enter inside the cell. Okay. So if you block those vehicles or doors to entry, so virus cannot enter. So that's how the current COVID vaccines are developed. So some vaccines block the entry of the viruses. So how this information came? Because people have done research on the basic science. So HPV vaccines are there. How HPV vaccines are developed? Because now we know that HPV is the culprit for development of cervical cancer. So now one way to control cervical cancer is to get vaccinated. So from where this information came? From the basic science. So the information from basic science is taken, and that is being used in the applied research. And coming to fundamental research. So it is basically basic science research. For example, in your institution, you have a lot of plants, right? Some plants absorb water faster, some plants absorb slower. Why? And where these waters are stored and how it is being utilized. How plant conserves water. So all these things comes under the fundamental research. I have a curiosity based question, how and why, and I want to approach that. So that is what people do in the fundamental research. So basically I'm giving you an idea of different types of research one can do, because you are the one who are going to your colleges tomorrow and you are going to teach your undergraduate students and try to generate some interest in them so that they can be a productive researcher and they are ready for the future generation. So then coming to the explanatory research, which I already told you, and because of the lack of time I am just skipping this slide. So now, so this is about research. Now once you do research, so how will I communicate? Because I am using a public money and I want to communicate the information. So how to communicate the information? Information can be communicated in a multiple ways, which is called as original article, review article, book chapters, short communications, conference materials, and book reviews. So these are the common ways by which you disseminate the information. Some people I have seen, many of you are writing the newspaper articles, right? Some people are writing the book reviews in our local magazines and all, like Taranga, Sudha and all, Tushara and all. I have seen many people write about the books and the reviews and all, about the book reviews and all. So all these things now it is in a polished language we say, okay? So like original article. So if you have some question of your own and you do conduct the research survey and then you want to publish, then it comes under the original article. And easiest way to do some publication, you review. So so you sit with the Google and type and see what is done in your area of interest, what is not done. So you can review them and you can generate some hypothesis and you can work with that. So this without any infrastructure, so one can publish. Okay. And book chapters. So many times what happens, books are either written by one single author or written by multiple authors. So book chapters are the one where you will have books where you have people, many people or multiple authors writing the book. Then one person will edit, that person will be editor, and this can be easily done. For example, so in undergraduate level, so although we depend more on Google, but still we use textbooks, right? So, and the current textbook means if you see their reference, they are all almost 5 to 10 year old information you are getting. So now if you want to update information, you can write the textbook. Suppose you have practicals. So you can develop a practical manual, you can publish them in the form of a book and they will get a DOI and it is counted as a publication. So all these things will help not only the visibility for you, but also for your institution as in a broader way, Academy of General Education. Okay. So that's why publishing books can be done easily. Then short communication can be done. Then in conferences, you can go and present. That is another way to disseminate the information, and book reviews. So coming to the original articles. So here, so generally the original articles will have something like title, then abstract, keywords, introduction, methods, results, discussion, and references. Okay. So this is how the original research article is subsection or section. So where in abstract you write briefly about what is the problem, how you have done, what is your observation, what is your conclusion. So these things should come under abstract. Then the keywords are the important one, because when you type in Google, for example, I type malaria. So malaria related informations are coming because you have the search term, we call it as mesh term. That is nothing but keyword. So having a right keyword is also very, very important. Sometimes what happens, you are searching for an information. You did from first page, you went to last page. Still you are not getting the information because the keyword what you have used is not proper. There may be an alternative name. So that's why keywords are very important. And introduction, methods, results, and discussion, which I already told you how you write the grant. So similar way we have to write in the paper also. Then coming to review article, which you can easily do, taking few groups of students at your institution. So it is something called as systematic review, literature review, and meta-analysis. Okay. So in literature review, what you do is you review the literature. For example, I wanted to see what is the effect of COVID on brain functioning. Okay, so I download the literatures related to that and I gather the information and I tell what this one cognitive function of the brain is affected or something like that. Okay, so that is what we do in the literature review. In meta-analysis, what we do is we collect an information, then we filter the information with the certain terms, okay, and then we use some kind of statistics and collect the information, and then we write. So that is what we do in something called as meta-analysis. And in systematic review, what we do is we have keywords, we collect the information, and we say what is the advantages and what is the disadvantages, or what is the common opinion of the people, and what is the people differ in their opinion. So all these things you can do in the review article, which you can do without having any infrastructure. Okay, coming to book chapters, which I already told you, I'll just skip this slide. So when you want to write a book or book chapter, so Elsevier, Springer Nature, Wiley and Oxford University Press. So here you can approach. So if you type Elsevier in the Google, and there is a book proposal form is there, you can download and you can submit that book. Okay, and similarly this approach is now being used by many of the publishers, right? So in Kannada you can write book, in English you can write book, novels, and in scientifically you can write book. So there are many Indian publishers are there, like S. Chan publisher. So earlier we used to write an email or send letters, and like that people used to do. Now they have a book proposal form, you write, submit. So in a week time they will say whether your proposal is submitted to write a book or not. So this is another way. Okay, suppose if you want to have a global audience, then you can go to Elsevier, Springer, Wiley or Oxford University Press. So these are the major press, but you can go to any this one. So again, book chapters also generally they have 3000 to 4000 words count. Then again it is structured like abstract, introduction and things like that. Then this is short communication or notes. Generally these short communications are less than 300 words. For example, you want to write, you read a paper, you don't agree with that person's view or whatever is said in that paper, you can write something called as commentary. Okay, so that is what people do, or short communication. And short communication can also be done. So if you don't have an extensive result, so then you can concise them and you can put them as a short communication. Then this is called as conference materials. I think you must have gone for many conferences where you have presented like this, how I am presenting as a oral presentation, or you must have presented in the form of a posters, right? So this you must have already done. So this is another way to get recognition and get people know you, which we call it as conference. And then you do book review. So this is also another way to do publications. So why I have put book review, books and all, and review article in this presentation? Because without any infrastructure or doing much research, you still be able to publish papers. Okay, by doing all these things. So coming to maybe next 5 minutes or 10 minutes, I will stop my presentation. So what is research culture? Okay, so let me read this definition and then I'll talk to you more about this. So research culture encompasses the behaviors, values, expectations, attitude and norms of our research communities. It influences researchers' career paths and determines the way the research is conducted and communicated. So research culture is nothing but how research is being done in an institution. Okay, some institutions are completely on teaching, they may not have research culture. Some institutions, they started having the research culture. So basically research culture is how you do research in a given institution. So it requires the facilities, people and the project proposal and things like that. So basically it includes the behavior. So what is your attitude to do research? If I say you have to do research, some people will say, okay, yes, I am interested to do research. You guide me. Some people will say, what is this? We don't want to do. We have taught a lot of teaching load. How do we don't find this one? So, lack of interest. Okay. So there are many behavior. So all these things comes under something called as behavior. Okay. Then value, whether your institution values for research. If your management is not interested in doing research, you will not have a research culture. At Mahe, we have strong research culture. So that's why I am here. I am giving you a talk. Right? So that is what comes under the value. Then management has an expectation. Like sir said in the morning. So we wanted to get into, we had a NIRF ranking, now we don't have. So we have to assess why we don't have that ranking. So that is expectation from a management side. Some people will say, okay, we don't want to getting into any of this ranking business. We are happy with teaching. Yes, we will move forward. Okay. Or some people are, yes, we wanted to be recognized globally, nationally. So how we do? So that all these things comes under the expectation. Attitude means the people. Okay. Yes, I'm not interested. Some people, yes, I'm interested. So all these things comes under the attitude. Okay. So the second important thing is, an important aspect of research culture is an organization's approach to research integrity, which comes under formal and informal ethics, standards, protocols, policies, and things like that, and research environment. Do you have a research environment? So management will tell you, yes, you do research. So to do research, what you need and what is your attitude? So how you will take? So all these things will come under this research culture. So you have to, if the management's expectation is, yes, we wanted to promote research culture at the level of undergraduate or postgraduate. So you have to change your attitude and behaviors towards and align yourself towards the mandate of the management. So that is what this research culture all about. Okay. So now, how do you promote research in a college? So now university tells us, the individual colleges, yes, you promote research. So now the question is, how do you promote research culture? So how to encourage the people to conduct research? So those things comes under how do you promote research in a college. So you can send your faculties to workshop, okay, some grant writing workshop, some research conferences you can send, so they know what is going on in the field. Then send them for higher training, identify some faculties who are research oriented, give them some time from the teaching, relieve them some teaching this one, and give them some incentives, send them to some institutions to understand what is the research culture, how to do and how to implement that. So all those things people do when you want to promote a research in a college. So basically partner with academic consultant services. For example, if you are interested in doing some cervical cancer research, okay, I can help you. You can approach me. So this is what we called as cooperation, like consultation. Then encourage student research programs. So you know what is the infrastructure you have in your institution. Accordingly, you ask your student to conduct research. So that's why I told you this questionnaire based research you can easily implement in your institution. Okay. Then offer research and teaching assistantship. Like you invite some researchers from some other institutions, ask them to give talk and ask them to help you to build the research ecosystem in your institution. So that is what you can do. How to promote a research in a college. Okay. Then include other disciplines. So now multidisciplinary is an approach. So I am a biologist. I work with physics person, mathematics person, statistics person and do my research. Okay. So having include other disciplines in your research. Then update your libraries and databases. That is very, very important. So having a 1960s textbook and teaching at 2024 doesn't make any sense. So you have to update your libraries. So this is what one can do to promote a research culture in a college. So now how does this research activity process moves? So basically seek guidance from faculty advisor about external and internal research opportunities. Contact the experienced learners or coordinators. Then complete undergraduate research and write research papers in the format related to the discipline. Then secure written permissions from research mentors to submit your research papers and presentation in a conference. Then upload the research paper to various portfolios. So that is what people do. Okay. So now developing a culture based undergraduate research experience. So what are the different steps one can implement? So learn the essential experimental techniques. So many of you, if you don't have those technical skills, go for a workshop, symposium, get yourself trained. So simple experiments can be done at your institutions, for which the first one is you should have an attitude to do the research. Second one is you should have the infrastructure, and then ask. So go to workshop and improve your learning experience. Then design an experiment, carry out the experiment, interpret the data and communicate the result. So this is how you can develop a culture in your institution. Then promoting undergraduate research opportunities. So you want to involve your research students in the research. Now for that you should have a policy to promote undergraduate research. Sometimes you will tell, okay, some students wants to do research and they are engaged in research. Some faculties may not like it. They will tell, why you are doing this? You have to go and study in the class. Okay, now the things are getting changed. So even at Manipal, in our school, even first year BSc students, we train them how to do research. So they come, they work with us and they have their publications. So basically you have to promote undergraduate research opportunities. How to create undergraduate research opportunities? Create a campus-wide undergraduate research office. So you can have a research office at your college and then develop a website. That is very, very important. Now nobody, people just see where is the website. Okay, Bandaskar College. They will type and they will see what is there, what is not there. Okay, and then mobilize student volunteers. Ask some students to be volunteer. Ask students, where are you interested in research? Ask them to do, guide them. Then start a campus-wide undergraduate research symposia. Okay, so make a small conference like this, what you have today. So in your institutions, for example, this Bandaskar College, so have a students research forum. Okay, where the students will present their research. Then start a summer research institute. So invite people, ask them to give lectures and involve the students with them. Then develop a poster programs. Then develop a integrated web database. Then you have some undergraduate research ambassadors. Send your students to a college or institutions where they are involved in a cutting edge research. So last slide. So encourage your students to participate in undergraduate research. So this is very, very important. So when you want to have this kind of programs, so students are our assets. So you ask them, because you are occupied with teaching, so you can make students to work for you and generate the data and publish them. So with this, I want to finish my talk. So I think I took some 5 minutes or 10 minutes extra. My apologies for that. So if you have any this one, like if you want to contact me, this is my personal email ID, spbut81@gmail.com or shama.prasad@manipal.edu, and this is my phone number 9886741415. So you can approach me. I am happy to work with you. Thank you.
Now the floor is open for discussion. Participants can ask questions or queries with our speaker. Pardon, sir.
If there are no questions, I'll ask you a question. Thank you very much for your wonderful presentation. I think that your presentation is quite helpful for the young researcher. However, I have got one or two questions. Mahe has developed a strong research culture. Hearty congratulations. At the same time, question is, if at all in research or anyone wants to undertake research at Mahe, funding agencies providing any funds for a researcher? One question. If there is any funding agency, what are the funding agencies are available? Please. Very short answer.
Thank you, sir, for this wonderful question. So coming to funding, as I said earlier, so there are summer fellowship programs are there from Indian Academy of Science. They sponsor, so they give fellowships to go to premier institute and conduct research. That is one. Then VGST and DST, DBT, ICMR. These are some of the funding agencies. They provide fellowships, then grants, and many other financial aids to do conduct research. So it need not be at your institution, but you can go to any premier institutions and you can do research. So another way to do research is, for example, you can collaborate with people from Mahe. So you can write, you have a program of interest which you want to undertake, and you can work with them and develop a program and submit to funding agency. Part of the work can be done at your institution and part of the work can be done at Mahe. So if anybody wants to study some molecular aspects, like work with DNA or RNA or proteins, so I am open. So they can come to my lab and I can help them.
Sir, very good morning. Sir, myself Geeta Prabhu from Bandakars College. Sir, I just want to know, there are a lot of students pursuing undergraduate courses. Is there any criteria to select the students for the research?
Madam, very good question. See, I was not a bright student. Okay, when I was doing, I was a very average student, but now I do cutting edge research. So what is needed is their motivation, whether they are motivated. So you cannot force them to do research. So you have to ask them whether voluntarily, whether they are willing to do research. So if yes, then you have to involve such people and you have to start your group. Otherwise, it is not possible.
Sir, I just wanted to ask, does the student need any special quality for research or maybe for staff also, if we want to pursue any such?
Yeah, for research, I won't say that it is a rocket science. So my guide, Dr. Satyamurthy, he used to tell, I quote his words because I always remember that word. Research requires common sense. So you have to identify people who are having common sense. Definitely they will do good research.
Hi, sir. My name is Marshli. I'm from Vijaya College. My question is little bit elaborate. This, as we all know that this AI tools has an increasing impact on students' life. Thus, as we all know, like it gives immediate customized answers even for assignments and projects. Do you think that this chat, even for example, ChatGPT and other AI tools will be influenced that plagiarism? Do you think like how can we decrease that plagiarism among the young research minds?
So it's a really good question. So plagiarism is one of the bad ethical practice, and though Chat GPT and all the AI tools are there, what they do is they cut and paste some information which is already available in the web and put it in the order. So it is not being edited. So now what happens is that at Mahe, we have something called a software called as Turnitin. Okay. So if you put it in the Turnitin, so if you upload the file, it will tell you from where it is plagiarized and from which artificial intelligence software has written this. So when you submit for a publication, yes, they will find out because they have these advanced tools. So using these tools are not the people can use, but you have to cautiously use and edit those contents so that the copied information becomes less than 15%. So that is what you have to make sure. So as a students, so they will go for a shortcut. Okay. And they may not be knowing that it's a unethical practice. So first of all, what you have to do is you should tell them what are ethical practices in research. What should be done, what should not be done. So then, yes, then the next step is the software. So there are many softwares are there. We can purchase them and some softwares are freely available. Okay. You can use them to identify from where it is being copied.
I just want to know one thing. That's like the marks percentage which is required for application to PhD is written as 55% everywhere. Am I right? So suppose a student just has 45% or say 49% and wants to go for a PhD. What's the opening?
Yeah. So I will answer it in a different way. So marks is not the criteria for getting into PhD. Okay, so there are some, for example, UGC CSIR exam. If you people wants to write and go for PhD, yes, they put 55% mark, because 55% mark is the minimum common sense which is required to do research. Okay, so what I have seen is that so at the Mahi, so we don't look into the mark. So what we look into them is their ability to do research. So it depends on where they are approaching and what is the eligibility criteria. It need not be just 55% mark.
Yeah, okay. Sir, we are grateful to you for sharing your invaluable insights and expertise. You have enriched our understanding of research with your inspired new perspectives. Thank you, sir. As a token of gratitude, may I now request Dr. Saroja M., Head, Department of Biology, Bandakas Pre-University College, Kundapura, to hand over the memento to Dr. Shama Prasad K. Thank you, madam. I also thank all present here for your active participation and patient listening. Thank you, one and all. This will be followed by the next session shortly.
The audience, for your kind attention. One of the recent initiatives of Bandarkar's Arts and Science College Kundapura is Radio Kundapura 89.6 FM. Kindly visit and kindly submit the feedback forms you have been provided this morning to the faculty in charge of registration at the counter.
Check.
Welcome back. This is session 2 on Quality Management System Framework for AGE Colleges, and the speaker is Dr. K. Sridhara Arpai, Professor, Department of Pharmacology, MCOPS, Manipal. May I now invite our respected guest speaker, Dr. K. Sridhara Arpai, onto the dais. I request Shri A.S. Arun, Head, Department of Commerce, Bandakas Arts and Science College, to kindly offer a floral welcome to Dr. K. Sridhara Arpai. At this juncture, I truly feel honored to introduce our guest speaker to you all. Dr. K. Sridhara Ranganath Pai completed his B.Pharm in 1994 from the National College of Pharmacy, Shimoga. M.Pharm in 1997 from Manipal College of Pharmaceutical Sciences, and received PhD from Coimbatore University in the year 2002. He's been working in academics for last 27 years and presently working as a professor at the Department of Pharmacology, Manipal College of Pharmaceutical Sciences, Manipal. He has received Good Teacher Award for the years 2007, 2009, 2013 and 2017, and Teacher of the Year Award 2014 for Excellence in Teaching by MCOPS Manipal. Visited several internationally reputed research laboratories and universities in countries such as Australia, Singapore, USA, UK, France, Dubai, Malaysia, Indonesia, and Bangladesh. Cancer biology, computer drug discovery, and metabolic disorders are his areas of interest. He has research collaboration with the Molecular Neurotherapy and Imaging Laboratory at Massachusetts General Hospital, which is affiliated to Harvard Medical School, Boston, USA. Dr. Pai has published more than 160 articles in national and international journals with high impact factors. Also a representative of Quality Management, MCOPS, Manipal. We are literally happy to have you here with us today, sir.
We are all curiously waiting to listen to you, sir. Now, Dr. K. Sridhara R. Pai on Quality Management System Framework for AGE Colleges. Sir, please take over the podium.
ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ. Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you very much for the nice introduction. And it's great pleasure for me to be a part of this particular convention to talk about the quality. As you already, all of you know that quality is the one of the fundamental aspects for the success of any organization. So, quality is not only meeting the standards or just a ticking, but quality is make sure that the enhancing the every process, and also satisfaction of the students, satisfaction of the stakeholders. So that is the quality. And as we know, Manipal is a synonymous with the quality. As we already know, Manipal, whenever you say the Manipal, we remember the quality of education. The quality of education, as we already know, that is mainly because of the quality of teachers. So infrastructure is the second one. The first, because of the Manipal groups, they have wonderful teachers like you, and because of your contributions, whatever we have today, because of the contribution of the great teachers. And as you know, it is dedicated from the generations. Since many decades, the Manipal is working on the health, Manipal is working on the education, and also about the colleges. So if you have the quality, so many, I'll go that side. So when you have the quality, in the name in Manipal only, why do you require this quality management systems? So what is the necessity of this quality management system? Earlier days, there was no marketing team in the Manipal. Nowadays, we have the marketing department. So what is the necessity? What is the necessities of advertising our courses, and what is the necessities of this marketing department? So earlier days was different. Nowadays, as we know, it is a competitive. You know that one word is more competitive than ever. Now people are competing. We have the many muscling of the institutions. Many institutions are coming up. So to maintain the quality, it is essential. Why you require the quality management systems? Growth, and also for the customer loyalty. You already seen. Now the second generation, third generation students are studying in Manipal. Our grandfather studied his course in Manipal. His father has studied in Manipal. Now the third generation students are studying in Manipal, and also the operational efficiency. Now Manipal is well known for the efficiencies, particularly operations. What do you mean by operations? In Manipal, for instance, I will take education is the one of the operation. In this particular things, we have the different processes. So we have streamlined the processes. In Manipal Academy of Higher Education, we have streamlined processes. So this quality management system is very, very essential, particularly for this operational efficiency. So a well implanted QMS system is very, very essential to consistent product and service, reducing the waste and operational cost, enhancing customer satisfaction. Now I want to make it one thing very clear. Earlier days in ISO, we used to call students are the customers. Now I want to make a correction. Students are not customers. Now we call them as a stakeholders. Okay, stakeholders, it could be a parents, it could be our company personal employees. So henceforth, I may use the word customers, but by default, the customers word should be replaced as a stakeholders. And also regulatory compliance. When you following quality management systems, it will be very easy to take care of this regulatory compliance. What do you mean by regulatory compliance? For the colleges, we have UGC. They have certain guidelines, particularly for college like us, Manipal College of Pharmaceutical Sciences. So we will take care by that is particularly called Pharmacy Council of India, Medical Council of India. For engineering colleges, we have AICTE, All India Institute of Technical Education. So these are the some of the regulatory compliances. They will give certain guidelines and we have to comply with these particular things. When you have these quality management systems at your institutions, it will be very easy. No need of preparations because you already ready with all the details, and whenever we want any complaint, any records, all records are available at your place. So what is the purpose of the quality management system? As I told, no, the quality management system is a structured framework for managing and improving the process, ensuring consistent delivery of the high quality product services by the continual improvement. See, remember, whenever you talk about the quality management system, the one very important core point to be remembered, the take home message from this particular talk is that it's called continual improvement. As H.S. Ballal used to tell in his presentations, reaching top is difficult and the maintaining the top is very, very difficult. So, as I told, no, the continuous improvement, how to maintain the continuous improvement? As I told, no, every college might have some objectives. For instance, this year our college result should be 85%. Let us take 85 as a benchmark. Okay, you will achieve 85%. So what are the next? Always there is a continuous improvement. So next year you will say it is 90%. Next coming year you will say 98%, 99%. Then afterwards let us assume you will reach 100%. 100% is your final one. We cannot go beyond 100%. So what will be the thing? The maintenance will be the continual improvement. So continual improvement is one of the core point keywords. You will going to take it from this particular presentation. And very important one is the customer satisfaction. Just now I mentioned, henceforth I'll use the word stakeholder satisfaction. Whether your stakeholders are happy with your process, happy with your college. So who are the stakeholders? Parents. Second one is, first of all, the students. And third one is the industries, where the industry, finally at the end of the day, the students will go to the industry. Whether the industry will like the students of your college. So ultimately, the stakeholder satisfaction will be the one of the ultimate goal of this quality management system. Next, compliance and standards. This is the most important things. Nowadays, we are taking care of the complaints, all the complaints, and make sure that we will comply with the 99%. All the colleges are complied with this particular regulatory guidelines. And this quality management system ensures that you are following as per that regulatory compliances. And most important one, it is introduced recently, that is called risk management. Earlier, it was not there. Now, let us assume after pandemic, we have introduced this online. Now, once upon a time, if you say online means, say, who will go to listen that online? And it is very difficult. Now, after the pandemic, as you already aware, the online become a very, very popular. Very, very popular. We survived. 2 years we survived because of this particular online course, because of this Zoom as well as some other platforms. And I'm very happy to say that our Manipal University, Manipal Academy of Higher Education has taken this MS Teams. You must be knowing that MS Teams is one platform, and we have purchased that MS Teams way back in the 2016. That time there was no pandemic. But we were not interested to use that type of software, that type of platforms. See the importance, the vision of our university, they already taken that particular software, but it was not optimally utilized. Now, of course, now we are utilizing optimally. There is no doubt about it. So what is the reason? Now, in other case, we already thought of this risk management way back in the 2016. I'm telling one example. Similarly, you can identify the various risks which are involved in your processes. What do you mean by processes? The processes means I will take the education is the one process. So what are the education processes are involved? In the educations, we have the following processes. The first one is syllabus. Second one is delivery of the syllabus. Third one is timetable. The fourth one is examination or evaluation. And the fifth one is result. Consider, and also in between the purchase of the different instruments or operators. So these are the some of the processes. I will take one example examination. How to conduct examination? What are the steps which are involved? Who is the authorities to prepare question paper? Who are the authority to release the question paper? And these type of documented procedures will be there in this particular operation. That is called processes. So the important of this QMS, as I told, no, this is very, very important to enhance the learnings. As I told, no, by the feedback, you can make sure that whether the students are getting the topic and what are the other opportunities so that we can enhance the learning capacities. As I told, no, the learning modules. Nowadays, now we have this particular LCDs, and earlier days we never had this, everything was on the blackboard. Okay, blackboard is the one. Still, the blackboard is the best I will use. I will tell. But still, we should use the different technologies. So, technologies are there. These are the complementary. Along with the blackboard, we are using this type of things. So, and we are using the different modules and particularly increase the efficiency. How to increase the efficiency? By administrative processes, making decisions, and college more efficient and productive, and reputation and competencies. So these are the another importance of quality management systems. So with this introduction, I'll be talking only two important frames. We have many framers, particularly for the quality management systems. The one I'm going to talk today is only about the ISO 9001 quality management system. And this is the one of the system introduced in our Manipal. We implemented this particular quality improvement system way back in the 2003. See, now 2024, already 21 years back, our Manipal University has implemented this quality management systems, particularly in this particular thing. That is in the name of ISO 9000. So I'll brief you about the ISO after some time. Then afterwards, we have this NBA and NAC accreditations. And I'm happy to see that our this college has been already accredited by the NAC. That is the NAC established by University Grant Commission in the year 1994. And NBA is established by All India Institute of Technical Education. That is only for the engineering and other pharmacy colleges. Particularly the colleges which are under the ages, the maximum will come under the NAC. And we have another European framework that I'm not going to discuss. And the next one is called Six Sigma Lean. That is also higher version of this ISO. So for the next another 10 minutes, I'll be talking only about the ISO. Then finally, I will conclude with the NAC. What is the NAC and what is the importance of the NAC? And so that is the next 10-minute agenda. ISO 9000. What do you mean by the ISO? International Organization for the Standardizations. And this is the one of the standards. Actually, these standards, the main purpose of this ISO standard is uniforms and processes throughout entire education system. I'm talking about the quality management system in education. Earlier, this quality management system this ISO was mainly particularly for the industries. But later on, this ISO system also introduced in our colleges like Manipal and other colleges. So, what is the benefit of this ISO system? As told now, ISO 9000. You must be knowing ISO 14000, ISO 51000. Just like ISO 1000, these are the standard numbers, like our section 370. And we have different section like our IPC, Indian Penal Code. Similarly, these are some of the standards. ISO 9000 means it's related to the quality management system, QMS. And this ISO 9000 will give information about the quality standards, what are the things to be followed. All the guidelines are available in the ISO 9000. And ISO 9000 2015. 2015 is the year of that particular version, like an edition. 2015 at present. Similarly, we have ISO 14000. Manipal University is also certified with the ISO 14000. What is ISO 14000? ISO 14000 is called EMS, Environmental Management System. So this is the another system that is called environmental. Means what is our environment? What are the things? What are the precautions you are taken? What are the different steps taken towards the development, particularly about regarding the environment? So that is called EMS. And particularly we have ISO 51,000. That is actually regarding the energy saving, solars and all those things. Similarly, we have many ISOs, and at present in this particular things at Manipal University has taken care only 3 ISOs, and here I'm talking only about the one ISO, that is called ISO 9001. So what is this ISO 9001? So the main focus is on stakeholders satisfaction is the one of the things. How will you satisfy your stakeholders? By the quality education. So how will you ensure the quality educations? So that you have the standard operating procedures. So you have standard operating procedure. Now we are talking about the standard operating procedures. And standard operating procedure for the teaching, standard operating procedure for the conduct of the examinations, and standard operating procedures particularly for the purchase of some instrument. So what is the procedures? All the procedures are written in the form of document, and at the end of the day, what will happen? Our intention is stakeholder satisfaction. How will you ensure the stakeholder is satisfied? By the feedback system. We'll take the feedback from the customers, and based on the feedback, we're going to analyze. And how frequently we'll take the feedback? The feedback normally after the completion of every course or after completion of the semester, we're going to take the feedback, and we're going to analyze the feedback. Based on the feedback, we will take the necessary actions. There are 2 types. One, if you have deviated from any procedures, that is actually called non-confiances. So in that case, what will happen? You have to make sure that if any mistake you have done from your side, if it's a major mistake, you have to take the major steps. If it's a minor things, make sure that there will not be any corrected. That is called corrective actions. Once you take the corrective action, you have to take the preventive action to avoid the repetition of the same mistake. So these are the things will go to take place in this quality management system. And as I told you, continuous improvement is the another one. We have to make sure that you set some benchmarks, and always you think about this particular benchmark standards. That is about the continuous improvement and focus based approach. As already told, we have the processes, and this process based approach means based on the processes, I have standard documented procedures. And finally, very important for the ISO documentation, that is actually called documentation record keeping. For the teachers, attendance book is the one of the important record, one of the important document. And the execution, lesson plan and execution plan, that is also another important document for a teacher like us. So we have to maintain that particular document. I'm talking only one example, teaching, that is called documentation and record making. This will come under this ISO 9001. So what are the benefits? As I told you, enhance the reputations. Because of the ISO certifications, the people will recognize the colleges. Now I told you, Manipal is considered before ISO also. Now because of the competition, we are implementing this ISO system. Okay, then afterwards improves the operational efficiency that I already mentioned, and increase the students' satisfaction because of the system, because we'll take the feedback and we'll analyze the feedback. Based on the feedback, the higher management will take the decisions. And finally, support continuous improvement. How to implement ISO system in any education? I'll make it simple in one slide. Let us assume I have one college. Now I want to implement the ISO system. Anyway, I have the system. I have the very good systems. Everything is there. But only thing is I'm not following the specific system that is called ISO. How to implement this ISO in my institutions? So that is one basic question. So normally what I will do it, the top management commitment is the most important. Now, as I told you, Manipal University has started implementing the ISO in the year 2003. Voluntarily has taken this particular decisions and started this ISO implementation in 2003. So the top management commitment is the most important for this particular things. So what are the benefit of this ISO implementations? Only record writing or making the record? No. I will tell you one secret of this ISO management system. I will tell you my personal experience. I'm there in Manipal since 24 years. And our college, Manipal College of Pharmaceutical Sciences, we got many things from the management through this particular ISO system. So what is that? Actually, we have lack of some space. As per the regulation, we should have some minimum area. I'm from the belongs to the Kasturba Department of Pharmacology. As per the requirement, we should have minimum square number of this particular area. And what we did, we presented this in the MRM meeting. In ISO, there is one system called Management Review Meeting, MRM meetings. So what is this MRM meeting? MRM meeting, MRM meeting, the representative from the management will come and we will present our problems and deficiencies to the management. The management has to take the decision. If they are not taken the decision, next again after 6 months, again the meeting, the same issue will come. Either you have to close that particular observations, otherwise you have to provide the sufficient facilities. So as a result, we got buildings, we got many infrastructures like the instruments and all those things through this particular thing. So this is one of the best way to approach the management through the proper channels. We can list out whether it is possible, not possible with the secondary. You may not get it immediately. You may get the same facility after some time depending upon the budget. And gap analysis. You have to identify what is the gap which are involved in your processes. You have to identify. Next, demonstration and the training. We require the training. First, you have to train all our staff members. So what is the ISO system? What are the things to be followed? All the things you should discuss in this particular things. That is called awareness and training programs and internal audit. That is also very important aspect in the quality management system. We will conduct the regular audit. What do you mean by audit? I'll go to the department. I will verify the documents, whether the document is as per the standards, whether they are following the procedure or not. If not, I will note down, I'll bring to the notice of that particular principal or headmaster of that particular school or colleges. So based on, they will take the further action. So internal audit is not only to find the fault. It is a fact. We will go to sell the is not finding only the fault. You are not doing. No, that's not. Unknowingly, they might be doing the many things. So that as a result, we can identify the some of the important deviations in that particular process. And finally, we have some companies, TUV is the one of the things they will accredit and they will give the things. So quality management system, we can see in the departments, the quality management systems is there in the admissions, quality management system in the academic officers, and in the research, we have the quality management systems. And of course, in the finance, we have the quality management system and also in the IT. So continuous improvement, data collection, problem identification, implementation, and evaluation is the one of the key steps, or you can say core principles of ISO 9000. So what are the component of this quality management system? As I told you, the very important one is we have to start ISO, you have to start with the quality policy. What do you mean by the quality policy? Each institution have its own quality policy. For instance, Manipal College of Pharmaceutical Sciences, we had one quality policy. Now, there is merged with the MAHE. Now, MAHE has one specific quality policy. Based on this quality policy, we will frame some objectives. What do you mean by objectives? Objectives should be measurable objectives. What do you mean by objectives? Objectives are measurable. I will take one objective. We have 15 objectives of our department, our college. I will take one objectives. We should have, each faculty should have minimum 3 publications per year. 3 publications. That is one objective. I told an example. Earlier it was 1. Now it is improved to, is increased to 3. 3 publication as a first author or corresponding author. Next year it will be 4. Or next year it will be, we're going to maintain as a 4. So this is one objective. Objective number 2. Percentage. Increase the pass percentage by 2%. 2% of the previous one. That is the other objective. These are the measurable objectives. So all this objective ultimately leads to the, it will uplift this particular quality policy. All the quality policies, finally the next term you should remember after this particular presentation, the second one is quality manual. What do you mean by quality manual? The quality manual will give all the descriptions of your processes, your colleges and principal. Let us assume the principal. What are the responsibilities of the principal? What are the responsibilities of a clerk? What are the responsibilities of the lab technician? All the details are written in this particular quality manuals. And quality objective, as I told, no, each colleges will have some specific objectives. Based on the objective will work. And finally, all the things are called the quality records. So this is the one typical example for this quality policy of Manipal Academy of Higher Education. This is the present quality policy. It says, it's very clear. Based on the quality policy, Manipal Academy of Higher Education came out with 15 objectives for the calendar year. I will tell you calendar year, January to December. This is the calendar year, and based on the objective, based on the policies, we have specific objectives, measurable objectives. Manipal Academy of Higher Education, MAHE, aims to strengthen its unique value system through providing value-based higher education and health services at par with the international standards, and promoting research, meeting the societal, enhancing the proficiencies, demonstrating continual quality improvement, and exceeding the expectations of the beneficiaries, stakeholders, and regulatory affairs. See, everything is covered. So we will going to verify and we will going to monitor all those things periodically. So implementing the key considerations, these are some of the very important key considerations. One is the budget. The second one is documentation record, and third one is stakeholders engagement. You have to consult the stakeholders and things. So we have to measure all those things are the measurable. You have to measure, and there should be a benchmarks. And just I'm skipping this. So what are the problem? What are the problems which are with this particular things? As I told, no, one is acceptance. We had very big problem. 2003, when we implemented these ISO systems, many were not happy. Now I'll tell you, frankly, now we are very, very happy. Now everything is streamlined. Earlier days, whenever the inspection, no, we used to spend 15 days for making the records and checking the records. But now it is not late. Whenever, if you give 1 day times, we are up to date with the records. So that is the advantage of the quality management systems. And resource constraints. And we have a lot of things, but due to the budget, we could not implement, or we could not purchase many of these things. That will be one of the problems. The second problem is cultural change. Many faculty may not like the new concept. These are the traditional one. They will like only the traditional system. Since many years we are not happy with the ISO system. So they may not accept that particular things. And third one is communication and the coordination is very important. The communication, lack of communication may lead to the failure of the quality management systems. And data analysis. This is the most important things. Still, Manipal College of Pharmaceutical Sciences and MAHE, we are not successful in collection of the data. I will tell you, we are able to collect the only 70% of the data. Still, 30% data is missing from this particular things. We are not able to collect all the data. That is one of the problems which are encountered in quality management systems. And come to the last part of this presentation, NAC. We already know the NAC accreditation is the second quality framework in AGS colleges, and Bhandarkar College already they got this NAC accreditation with the A+ grade, and the quality framework, accreditation processes, and standard guidelines, and also impact and reputations. We are going for the NAC accreditations. And so how exactly it will go? I think you're already aware of this one. Just I'm skipping this particular slides. Self-assessment will be there. Peer review will be there. Then external evaluation will be there, and the team from the NAC will inspect your institutions, and as per the annual quality, as per the report, no, they will verify and they will give the scores. So we have 7 criteria. Criterion number 1, that is about the curricular aspects. The curricular aspects includes curricular design, curricular development, and curricular implementations. And specific, we have specific marks for these particular things. The following parameters are covered in the criterion number 1. Criterion number 2 about the teaching, learning, and evaluation. In the teaching, learning, evaluation, how your college, how your institution has involved in the teaching, what are the sophisticated facilities are available in the college, And what are the things you have done it for the learning process? In Manipal, we have included LMS system. Recently, we have purchased this LMS system, one of the very important system, learning systems, and how good you are in the evaluations. And as we already aware, Manipal has implemented paperless examination. That is one of the good practice we are following in the Mahe. What do you mean by the paperless exams? Students are writing the exam in the pad. That is called e-pad. Okay, there is no paper. As a result, we are saving lots of tree. So that is the one of the good practice we present, particularly in this particular good practices. So these are the some of the things. Second one. Third one is about the research. Now, Dr. Shama Prasad has already mentioned about the research, and still we are getting less marks in these particular things. And number of patents, number of publications, number of grants received from the organization, all those things are comes under this this particular criteria. Innovations, what are the innovations and your IPRs? All those things will comes under this criteria number 3. Next, 4. What are the infrastructures you have? That will be included in the criteria number 4. I'm not discussing that. I'm skipping this. Criteria number 5. What are the facilities? What are the facilities provided to the students in the following forms? And the most important one is criteria number 6, where our Manipal University has got 4 out of 4, CGP 4 out of 4. That is actually regarding the governance, leadership, and management. What are the e-governance facilities and what are the financial support provided to the faculty member to attend the workshop, and how many numbers of faculty members are attending the workshop? All the details are available. I'm very happy to say that out of all the criteria, the criteria number 7, we got 4 out of 4. And the final one is, the last one is the institutional values and best practices. This is the criteria number 7. And totally all these 7 criteria will be included in the NAC accreditations, and based on the institutions, if it is the management colleges, some questionnaire will be different. We are belongs to the health sciences, so our questionnaire will be little bit different. So ultimately they will going to be the scores. Now this is the old one, A plus and A plus. Manipal Academy of Higher Education, in the 3rd cycle, voluntary, we started this ISO NAC accreditation in the way back in the 2013. That time it was not mandatory. That was voluntary. And now we have completed the 3rd cycle and we got 3.65. That is the CGPA of under this particular NAC accreditation. And case studies, as I told now, because of the ISO management system, you can get many facilities, particularly for the research and also for the academic purpose. So, in the conclusion, I can say that QMS is an essential framework for the colleges to enhance their quality education, research, and overall operation, leading to the improved student satisfaction, reputation, and competitiveness. And as I told now, by the colleges can create culture of excellence. He has mentioned about the culture of research. Now, here I'm talking about the culture of excellence and also the continuous improvement, and is the one of the main key steps in this particular ISOs. Okay. Now, this is the result of our quality management systems. Our Manipal Academy of Higher Education got many ranks. For instance, I will tell you NIF rank, that is one of the best rank. Recently, last month, Government of India under the Department of HRD, they have mentioned we got overall 4, rank number 4. Manipal College of Pharmaceutical Sciences, we got rank number 8. These are NRF ranking, and also the best part is our Manipal Academy of Higher Education is considered under a Institute of Eminence, IOE. That is one of the prestigious recognition from the Government of India, IOE. Only 3 institutions at the first level we got it. In that, we are the only one private institutions under this particular brownfield. We got this IOU. That is the where we should feel happy and proud. And NAC accreditation and QS World Ranking and all those things are the result of our simple quality management system. So there is one sloka. Recently, Raviraj, he has mentioned in his one of the talk, Akasam Patitam Toyam Yatagachati Sagara Sarvadeva Namaskaram Kesavam pratigachyati. That means as the water drops from the sky, goes to the ocean, the salutation to the god, all the god, goes to the Krishna, Vishnu or Shiva. So what we can say, Akasat patitam toyam sagaram pratigachyati. Every drop of water from the sky merge with the sky. So whatever the contribution from the each faculty and each stops, a little bit contribution definitely will go towards the overall development of Academy of General Education as well as MAHE. With this, I will conclude my presentation. Thank you very much.
Now the podium is open for discussion. You can raise your questions if you have any. Okay. We are grateful for your thought-provoking ideas and content you have provided to us today. May I now request Shri K. Gopal, Head, Department of History, to hand over the memento to Dr. K. Sridhara R. Pai as a token of our gratitude. On behalf of all the 6 AGE colleges and especially Banarkas Arts and Science College, I thank you, sir. I also thank everyone who is present here for their patient listening. Thank you. Thank you, one and all. We shall take lunch break, followed by the session 3. We'll be back at sharp 1:45 p.m. Thank you. For your kind attention, please fill your